what you were doing. Okay. Then in that case, everybody here. Oh, I need a fucking monster. I apologize. Give me 1 second.
You gotta get the drink, bro.
Just get one from the monster menu.
Hey!
I would like a beholder flavored. That way it's a mystery drink every.
Now, the question is, does petrification contain Viagra?
Alrighty. Now
Now
everybody's here. Everybody's ready, and everybody has a drink. Can everybody roll me a d20?
I should not roll because I didn't. I was not here.
We have not played since you.
Oh, okay.
We have only played when there were all 4 people here.
Okay.
So everyone's been.
Heavy.
All right, Sam. Thank you.
Oh!
Please tell us all. Inform everyone what happened
So,
last time.
We went and God, it's been a hot second.
It's been a month and a half.
Yeah. We went and we did a little bit more festival stuff. And we also went and fucked up the cult leader guy. Earth said he'd let him go for a little bit, but made no promises as to after that little bit. And then we went and we beat up and subsequently exorcised the owl demon creature and freed the guy who was possessed by it, and took him back to his mother, I think. Yeah, so we did that, and then we went home. I mean, that's all I remember.
Short, sweet, to the point. A notable thing that did happen is it was not in the last session, but as part of the adventure, you all made offerings during the night of the Remembered and received a boon. You guys can tell me. I have some suggestions, but at some point in today's session, I would love for each of you to
Use the boon.
describe. Yeah, I would love to do that scene, and I would love for it to be something that is shared for everybody, even if the scene itself, when you go and talk to the spirit, is a private moment. I think that'd be a very interesting storytelling moment. So that's something I'd like people to think about as we are getting into this. We do rejoin the party. You had just exited the Concord Jewel and have once again stepped out to see a well-rested looking Destrian Ash standing at the gangplank. You've been gone for half a week, and it's the longest break he's had since you've come to the Citadel.
Hey, Destrian, how's the break been?
Oh, wonderful. I've used it to make some inroads with some of the traders. I know the magic items and things of that nature are of course, things that you are all most interested in. And I've got a vendor I think you'll very much like her. We can go and visit her at any point. But here, and he hands. Oh, nice.
I didn't. I was trying to see if I've noticed anything peculiar about him. I don't notice shit. And I think there's a good reason too. Roz is definitely not out. Is totally out of it right now.
Powerful return.
Yeah. I lost my. I was in the middle of the sentence.
Sorry,
I lost it.
continue.
No,
Apologies.
it's fine. He hands you each out your vouchers for either money or a gachapon token or a magical item of up to the gold amount from the guild vendors, as it were. But you can also take that money and shop with it as before. It's worth 200 gold pieces.
Hey. You know, we gotta go with the voucher code.
I'd be happy to take you all whenever you need to go. It is a little bit. I'm not sure what time it was when you all left, but it was a little bit late now. I'm not sure if you'd be wanting to rest or if you have some energy that you would like to get out, perhaps a visit to the arena or something of that such.
I mean, I think we're all pretty exhausted. Roz's eye is doing a weird twitchy thing.
Huh?
Just earlier, your eye did like a weird twitchy thing. Just when we walked off.
What twitchy thing?
I don't know. Just when Destrian started talking, you kind of seemed to zone out a bit.
I'd like to talk to Lady Chalet, and I thought, don't we have to report in occasionally? I thought that was like a thing. I know that I have to talk to her sometime, right?
Yes, I believe we have a meeting scheduled with her, but there aren't any new jobs at the moment for you all, so Lady Chalet and I thought that a bit of a break for you all as well would be in order.
Okay. I kind of assumed that she was just using magic to spy on us.
Nothing untoward, no.
No, she's not like devious like that. At least as far as I know. There's people that she associates with that are more like that, but she's pretty on that level. Just don't piss her off, because she'll fuck you up.
I mean, I generally don't make a habit of pissing people off on purpose.
No. Don't unintentionally piss her off. She'll fuck you up.
But it'd be unintentional. I wouldn't have any control over it. Do you have control of your unintentions? If so, please
I
tell
try
me
my
how to...
best. There's a long story how I ended up in my current situation. But yeah, I don't think you want to hear about this right now. I kind of want to talk about this right now.
All right. Anyway, are y'all feeling like resting, or because I'm kind of tired after all that?
That would be nice.
It was a lot.
Yeah, we almost died. At least, I think I almost died like 3 times, and you died like almost twice, right?
Proximo looks between them and room 2 like, we don't sleep, but if y'all need to go to sleep,
yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, sorry, I don't. I personally, I don't know how sleep works. I just know that I need it.
Yeah, I could do with a nice moment of rest, maybe. And
Rest enough. Time to collect ourselves.
Yeah.
Need to get some noodles.
Yeah, his kick ass look got fucked up. It's sad.
I'm real much good at the fancy stuff, but I can patch a couple of the holes if you want.
It's more or less when I tore off party of rest, but thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, when he was trying to keep me from bleeding out. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for saving my life, by the way, again. Thank you both. She looks very like shameful when she looks between them and looks back to the ground.
You're good. Maybe you should like get like a thing of bandages so that you don't have to rip up your clothes all the time.
Actually, I had I think my bag got ripped off by that stupid peryton that almost ripped my chest open. She like flexes her fist and like clenches her jaw by reflex.
I mean, you got 200 gold. That's a lot. You could buy a lot of bags.
Yeah.
Or you wanted to go shopping? We were gonna go
No.
back to the.
Yeah, maybe not shopping right now. I just want to get away from the Concord
should we-
jewels and sit down, feel more comfortable, and just
Let's go like get a drink or something.
yeah,
Time to collect ourselves.
that would be nice.
Oh, of course. The usual haunt.
Uh,
Actually, it is a little bit late, but I do have somewhere I could take you. It's a new place that popped up.
sure.
It's not
I
rowdy,
mean,
I don't
yeah,
think I can do rowdy
preferably
right
not
now.
too rowdy.
No, they don't actually have that many clients yet. They
Yeah.
are doing a special opening tonight.
That sounds good.
Oh, okay.
It's a brothel.
Oh,
That sounds not good.
I think shit, I forgot names now. Sorry, my brain.
Earth, Ross, Runzu, Proxima.
Proxima, thank you. My brain's on what line? Proxima. I think Proxima was making a joke. That was a good one.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not.
No, it went over my head too. It was so subtle. That was a good one.
Right.
That was a joke, right?
Yeah, a joke.
I mean, I
Oh.
kind of assumed that they, like they were the proprietor and they were running the. Never mind.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm amiable wherever we go, as long as we can just relax, or at least I can relax. I just kind of, I'm out of it, as you can tell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just
Sure.
just like a comfy seat and a nice drink.
Then follow me, and he leads you through the city. It's a little bit of a further walk. You walk past the creepy parrot and past the palaces of exile, almost towards where the trade discal is, and you arrive at a small, somewhat unassuming building. Destrian walks up to the front door, and he says, "This is a little bit of a surprise. We had some help putting this place together. I admit, I didn't take my break the entire time you were all away. Just come on
Party,
in, and I'll
that-
show you." And he opens the door and steps inside, and you see a few familiar faces sitting at the tables or making drinks behind the bar. You see Vi Arun. You see a small kobold that you recognize as Gaiman Zangoon. You see
Yes.
Aunt Deli and Kiana sitting at the tables. Several of the people from your previous adventures are here and seem to have opened a shop as Destrian welcomes you to Spicy Brothers 2, new and improved.
Yo!
Yeah, this place is nice.
They've franchised. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're expanding in the popular nice.
Vi will from behind the counter says, "Guys! Oh, it's so good
Alright.
to see you."
You've actually made it here. I'm very happy.
Sorry, I'm new.
Oh, please come in. Any friend of Runesoon Proximo is a friend of mine. They helped us with an adventure. Please, drinks are free. Have
Oh,
anything you
yeah.
want from the menu.
I heard them talking about you. They said you got married. Is that your wife?
No.
I mean, fair question.
No, that's Gaiman. He is the son of one of my family's stall competitors, I guess you could say. His mother
So-
wanted him to branch out, so I brought him with me. And he like calls into the back, and a familiar, angry-faced halfling comes out,
Oh my
and
God.
you see Miss Tanmo from Tanmo Noodles is here
Yes.
as well. She comes out. I'm just here to supervise, make sure that the little rascals don't get into trouble.
Wait, so are
And,
you
you
his
know.
spouse?
No, no. My husband is manning my family shop actually back in the night markets. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
Wait, so did it? I'm sorry. Did it not work out?
No, she's here. Everything is fine. My life is very good. I actually have great news for all of you. My brother, the trouble that happened with the market.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Because of your help and because I was able to talk to him, he was granted a provisional pardon. He can't open any other shops, but if he stayed and ran our, the Spicy Brothers stand, he could stay in business. And he and I are still in touch. I actually have, and he like makes a gesture towards the wall, and you see like a letter and a postcard like tacked up on the wall, and there's like a gold coin with a nail through it over in the corner, like their first gold coin or whatever.
Wow, that's very forgiving of the folk back home.
He caused trouble, but nobody
got hurt.
It could have been much worse, and it came from a place of. Look, we're not here to be sad. It's supposed to be good news. Drinks
Yeah,
all
no, it's
around here,
great.
and he pulls out 4 shot glasses and then racks them up on the table, and he starts with a hot sauce pour across all of them. It's a special like red, like brilliant red hot sauce. It's as bright as his shirt.
Are we doing like hot sauce Bloody Marys?
Imagine like a
Wasabi shooter.
yeah, like it's almost like a mini. I don't want to say Bloody Mary because there's the only other thing, it's not gonna have like other juices in it. It's just
Well,
like,
yeah, but just like tomato.
Yeah.
It's like a prairie fire.
I've not had one of those.
it's like sex on a It's called Sex on a Volcano. And
Right.
yeah, he like these brilliantly colored red shots that he pours for you with some very high quality fire whiskey and his signature hot sauce. He says, "Drink up," and he pours himself one as well. To the Emerald Clavengers, and he like looks around, and you see like Kiana and Ante like raise their hands and bang on the table, and Deshu kind of like goes like, "Yeah," and a couple of the people who are just sitting go, "Hey, yeah."
Just kind of joins in with the cheering and is like looking at Proximo and Runzu and the others, and then like takes a moment and then realizes that he's actually part of them. It's like, oh,
Yay!
Raise up the glass as well.
Roz, seeing it, she couldn't interrupt him to stop him from pouring her glass. She looks around quietly, takes the glass, and she looks cautiously at it and kind of frowns, and she tosses it back, and you see a very like dour frown immediately just like a stone door just went wham really fast in her face, and she just looks like you see a tenseness kind of just pop into her shoulders, and it's like something happened when she finished that drink, and it's not a good thing.
Not to your liking. Some water or some milk. We have
Shut
some
the fuck up,
pita
please.
bread.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up right now. And she slams the thing on the glass. And it's like,
that's
thank you.
not very nice.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
Whoa!
Okay.
Very different side of you.
I mean, if that
Proximo looks to the bartender guy Vi
re-
and asks for another shot. Very
respectfully,
sheepishly.
if that has any chance of having the same effect on me, maybe I should not partake. Maybe I'll just have like.
Sorry.
You got some juice?
I'm sorry. I
Pours
did
another
not mean
shot.
to. I'm sorry. I did not mean to be rude. I apologize for cussing at everybody.
Was it just that spicy?
I don't. It's not. No, it's not good for me to drink alcohol. I should have told you to stop, but it was rude for me not to take the drink because
No, it's not.
it's
No.
cultural. It's cultural for me to take the drink if it's offered to me. That's why I should have stopped you before you said it, but you were already pouring drinks. So it's my fault for not stopping you in time. Please don't give me more
Okay.
alcohol. It's bad for me to drink. I have anger issues, and alcohol makes them very bad. She kind of flexes her fist and then grips the counter and hear it creak, and her nails
like
kind of dig into the wood. Sorry.
You could get a T-shirt that's like, "Hey, please don't serve me alcohol. I get really angry."
Please stop talking to me right now because I really want to punch you in the head.
Roz, there's a very small tugging on the back of your jerkin.
Yes.
You look around, you see the small child kobold with a glass of water, and he holds it up to you.
Thank you.
Says, hey,
Thank you, sweetie.
Here you go.
And she restrains herself and she kind of closes her eyes and takes the glass. Thank you. Please back away. Give me space. Thank you. And she puts it on the counter, and she lifts it.
Feel better.
Thank you. Please just back away, Kyle. Thank you. And she sips the drink very quietly, and then sits it down and just breathes quietly and doesn't look at anybody.
All right. Well,
Proximo
I
downs
guess
another shot.
I'll try it.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's very good. But yeah, alcohol's bad for me. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a use. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
it's good,
Use
but it's
specific.
bad for me. Bad for me. She drinks the
Okay.
water. If I could get, do you have herbal tea or any kind of non-alcoholic beverage? That'd be great.
Don't even. And Lamai goes into the back, and you hear a clanging of a pot being hung over the fire.
Yeah. I'll just sort of taste a little bit of it and blink a couple of times. Oh boy, it's been a while. Here goes nothing. And he just takes the shot, then there's just just holds it for a moment and and steadies himself. Like the kids who's having their third or second shot ever. Oh, sorry, it's been a long time. Oh, that is. I mean, it's good. Could I have that without the alcohol in it?
How about I get you some fries with the sauce, and he'll
Yeah,
slide
that'd
you
be
a bottle
that'd
over.
be great. Thank you.
And
just
he's-
a lot of water, please.
Roz
he
slides her
came
glass
in
over with half
round
of
of-
the water in it.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Damon goes and gets a glass of water, sends them around for all of you.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry. As I said, it's been a while. I've not had the chance to drink much. Well, not necessarily not. I haven't in a while.
Well, it's no worry. You're all welcome here. You'll never have to pay as long as you stay. That's the Spicy Brothers motto.
Oh,
Thank you.
Here's some pita bread as well and some fries for if you're a little bit still feeling a little bit of like a spice rat.
Can I get a bowl of your spiciest noodles?
You want the spiciest noodles, or do you want the spiciest noodles on the menu?
The spiciest noodles.
Lamai! Alright! Give me a face hugger!
Lit.
Anything else for food? The fries and bread comes out, and it's they're pretty potato. They're like home fries.
Yeah.
Very potatoey, and then the bread is a little bit crispier. Actually, it's like a fried pita, so it's pretty crispy, but it's got that nice soft inside.
Nice.
Do you got any just a bit of meat?
Sure, we do just kebabs, or do you want shaved?
I don't really mind either way. Just whatever's easiest, whatever you got too much of.
I mean, it's a restaurant. We serve food. Whatever you want. We're full and open. Not a ton of customers coming in yet, but with the Emerald Clavengers and the business you all bring, I'm sure. Haha, he reaches off and like gives your arm like a shake.
I just sort of blink and like sort of stiff smile. Yeah, kebab would be great, thank you.
Awesome. All right. He'll step back as Gaiman comes with another round of waters, tops everybody off. If anybody else is drinking, Runzu, you've been silent on the drink front. Is there a drink order that you'd like? As tea comes out for Roz.
You would anything with a heavy amount of like spice, but then also like citrusy, like a lime. Very intense flavors.
Yeah.
To enjoy the smell of.
By the way, I don't
Like a pickle shop, but like lime juice.
ask you two about how, I don't know, is it really racist or bad if I ask you two about how you work and where you're from? The two of you, Runzu and Brox. I'm sorry, it's just very new, and I'd like to know.
I don't think that's racist. That's a curiosity thing.
Yeah. Also,
that's asking how somebody reads.
I had an idea, for like flavor stuff. Maybe I know you can't like taste stuff like like me, I guess. Not necessarily like normal. That might be
Weird
nice.
way to ask a question is just to keep talking and not ever stop long enough to answer. Dude,
Yeah, no,
like,
he's
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's on brand for Earth.
Yeah. But I had an idea for like maybe Runzu, you might be able to taste acidic stuff or like feel it because it would react with your crystal maybe, and like because I saw one time a crystal got some acid on it and it went all weird, so maybe you could feel that. And you're like full of plants, approximately, so maybe like some fertilizer juice or something. I don't know. It's just an idea. But yeah. Sorry.
wait,
Original
so-
question.
just not to butt in, but because they're a rock and a plant person, they should drink dirt. Why can't they have regular drinks like the rest of us?
I've been pounding down shots. I love drinks. I am a coffee drinker.
I mean, yeah, I was.
He
I'm sorry.
announces to the room.
No, yeah, he throws his hands up. I am a coffee drinker.
Hey, don't fuck with my coffee.
I'm sorry. I thought because you don't have tongue. I don't. Never mind.
No, I think doesn't Proximo have a tongue?
Or like taste thing.
Mo,
I'm just
weigh
gonna-
in on the
just
tongue
sort of
conversation.
Shuffles over the other side of Destry.
No, no.
Looks to Runzu. I don't know. Do I have a tongue?
I'm kind of trying to peer into your mouth just out of reaction. I mean, Rune's always
Yes.
assumed.
There's like, I mean, there's not a tongue, but there's clearly some sort of thing that assists in the
Like for
pronunciation
language.
of consonants.
Yeah.
Just like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, you actually looking at it, it's like a conveyor belt, and words are coming out as he speaks on a line. Lucille Ball is on one side, just frantically putting letters together.
There's a small person inside. Wait, hold on. Do you have many people living?
Whoa.
No.
What?
Proxima just became a Rick and Morty episode for
Yeah.
I
real.
was just about to say, yeah, like to take this to the further version.
I don't know,
You have a speaker, but you chew by just letting the speaker vibrate the food until it falls through the fucking grating.
I keep thinking of Proxima as like the alien ships from Batteries Not Included.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Proximo as fucking Body World.
But,
Batteries not included.
I do see a tongue, or what one would call a tongue, but I do enjoy smell and sense of taste.
Well, I hope you're able to appreciate anything that we can make here. And he does like pass over. It's not. It's like a clay bowl. What they essentially did was they took some very strong grain alcohol and the house hot sauce and quite a bit of just like straight up lime juice and mixed it all together and heated it up for you, so it'd be very aromatic. Runzu is sitting between Proximo and Roz. Roz, you probably feel it hit your nose, but to give you an idea of how strong it is, Destrian and this commoner on the other side of you both recoil from how strong the smell is.
Runzu is in heaven. This is great.
It's like real. It's good, but it's super spicy, and the bite of the tang of the acid from the lime is intense.
Roz isn't like recoiled by it. It appears that she's actually pretty resilient to the smell. It's definitely strong. She actually does seem to be like it hasn't affected like her eyes water a little bit.
Yeah,
she
it's
seems
intense,
to
but you're not.
Yeah,
like,
she's
cringing.
she's not like but like the other people are. It looks like she's got experience dealing with strong smells, and it's pretty impressive actually. She's like weathering like most people are like you see they get their hackles raised. She's just like And she kind of like squints her eyes a little bit as she looks at it. That's pretty strong.
That's why I enjoyed old one from the other one. It's a lot of sense. I've always enjoyed much of the smells that you've added here, Chopline. Everyone's it's all been very unique. Refreshing.
Mr. Arun, I enjoy cooking. Would I be able to, I know your shop, the spice shop is back on the plane that you're from. Would I be able to purchase some of your spices here?
Sure.
That'd make me happy.
Of course, I can't sell in extreme bulk unless you place orders in advance, but
That's okay, just a little bit to make some meals tasty, and I'd be happy to order larger amounts from you when you have more. If you're a regular customer, of course I'd be happy. I love spice. I enjoy spicy food. I come from Lady Cholet's lands, and we enjoy our spices very much. So I feel like you would be right at home there.
one would hope. I wish to see it, perhaps someday.
Yes, you should visit sometime. I think you'd enjoy it a lot. But yeah, don't feel rushed to it. But yeah, if I could maybe get like a little bit of spices today, I'd be happy with. Like that'd make me happy. But yeah, no rush. And she nibbles at the snacks that they put out for everybody.
Yeah, he would absolutely be able to sell you like I'll say he sells like little like ramen packet like things both for tea and for it's more like an herbal like feel better infusion, like clear up your sinuses type thing, or you don't drink it, you smell it, but they also have like spice packets for cooking. Like 10 for, how about the 1 for a copper, and if you but if you buy 10, you get 5 free. So if you
She
buy,
gives him a gold piece.
Jesus fuck. Okay, that's math that you're
No,
gonna.
no, no, no. She gives him a gold piece regardless of
100.
what. Yep.
Okay, you can take 100 packets.
No, yeah, yeah. I guess she doesn't take all he has. She takes a good number of packets, but not like the entire gold piece worth, and she just
Okay.
gives him a gold piece. And so yeah, she takes maybe like 2 silver worth. Not even, well, actually probably takes 1 silver worth of spice packets, right? And then she takes a gold piece, and I guess she's gonna do this. Yeah, we'll make it extra subtle. Sleight hand. There we go. Not a poor roll this time. And she just puts it into his hand, but trying not to make sure nobody else can see that it's a gold piece. And it's just like, enjoy. And she smiles.
Thank you very much. Opens the drawer, clink, closes it. Yeah, they make sure that food comes out for all of you, like what you all ordered, and then just more food just keeps coming out. There are bowls of stir fry and things of rice with different seasonings on them. There are plates of seafood and more assortments of drinks in different colors and in more and more exotic glasses. You end up with glasses that are like tall and curved in the middle, like a proper fantasy drink would be.
Nice.
That sounds like hell to drink from, but really cool looking.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you get it and you go, oh, and then you pick it up and it's immediately like, whoa, I need both hands to hold
and
this.
Also, like, you kind of have to tilt it completely upside down to get anything out of the bottom half of it.
Right, like once you get to a point, it becomes the trick where you turn it and then you turn it sideways and then you drink from it. Like
it's almost like a fucking puzzle, just trying to drink with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roz sips her tea and watches Earth fighting with the glass, and she kind of very quietly snickers into her cup.
Oh, Roz, if you get more than 1 tea, the second mug is like slightly taller, and the handle is like kind of curled and wonky, and there's like a spout, and like as you like yours also slowly get a little bit weirder.
After the second cup mug, she looks at who keeps bringing them out, the halfling.
Yeah.
She turns to the halfling. And
no, I'm sorry. The one running drinks is Gaiman. Lamai is doing food.
She politely says, young. It's that she was introduced by the first and last names, right?
Yeah, Gaiman Zungoon.
Yeah, young Mr. Zungoon, please bring me back the original mug you gave me. I don't want to fight with my cup.
Oh, you don't like the okay, and he just reaches
right
up
now.
and he says, "That's actually and he touches it and it like
okay, thank you.
Back down, and
I appreciate
it was very full, so a little bit of tea comes out, and he goes, "Oh," and he like prestidigitates it away.
Oh, you have magic skills. Nice.
Eth is fighting with his glass, trying to figure out how to make it work, and then just like accidentally spills a bit on himself.
Oh, Mr. Zungoon, could you do that to my friend? I mean, this is a fun thing, but we are very tired and we don't want to fight with glass right now.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to put a smile.
Oh no, normally we would appreciate it, but
It's really cool.
He goes, Proximo, you don't want this, and it's one of those comically long pint glasses. It's twice as tall as this small kobold. And he's like holding it towards Proximo.
Proximo does want it.
Yeah, no, it's just for me. I mean, Proximo, if Proximo wants it, more power to them. It's just, I think it's just me and Earth that's having a little trouble negotiating the glasses right now. I mean, if I was not as tired as I am, I'd be happy to have fun trying to play with this. But right now, it's just a little too much. I'm so excited, young man.
I'm just gonna go get changed.
Oh, that's
And
okay. I'll
he
help you. And
stands up.
she casts prestidigitation on him, so he cleans up.
It's weird. It feels like it's still sticky, but it's not.
Oh, you're probably still sticky, so the prestidigitation would clean one object, which was your shirt. But if I do your chest, and he casts prestidigitation as well,
That's tingly.
you probably haven't been completely germ-free in that part of your body in a while. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't normally do prestidigitation on people's bodies unless they give me permission to do so. That's why I never do. That's why I never do your skin.
Okay. I just sort of look down, like just down my shirt to check, like that everything's still there, like pieces of it aren't missing or anything.
No, yeah, you like, you know how like hair gets split ends, even like body hair gets split ends.
Yeah.
Maybe your hair is like a half centimeter. Your body hair is like a little bit shorter, just like it was cleaned of anything that was like dead, right?
Yeah.
Dead
You
skin
don't
cells
know
are down.
Well, you
It's
see,
so
hair.
energy.
All hair is technically non-living.
It's like waste material. Yeah, exactly.
all hair.
Mhm.
So if you rule it like
get no, but like the parts of the hair that
Are
because
damaged.
it works on perception.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So, like what he would consider to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
unclean or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
I was just kind of making the joke that based on that, if you prestidigitation someone, they just lose all of their hair instantly.
Depends on. I mean, I
It
would
depends.
let you
Yeah,
use
it depends.
prestidigitation to
It depends on
shave
how
if
aggressive you are
wanted
with
to.
it. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
technically shave yourself if you wanted to.
It's like the do you believe it?
Yeah.
Because if you do, then it would work. Regardless, he will say, well, I did have, after the big cup, I was gonna, and he shows you the mug that he was gonna give you next, Roz.
That's free.
Oh fuck! It didn't work. Hold on. Hold on. One moment. My apologies.
Dude, you're fine. We're
Fuck,
getting back
okay.
into it after a month and a half. You're fine.
I'm
Take your
putting it
time.
in the
Discord?
Citadel nonsense chat. This is the mug that he shows you.
Roz, it's not any bigger to negotiate with her than her other mug. She's like,
No, but it's like it's funny. It's like
Yeah,
a
it's-
horrible little wilted
yeah,
mug that would
she look-
spill out the.
yeah.
the-
She sees it and she looks back at him, and her dour expression cracks a smile, and she giggles a little bit, and she's like, "You can give me the sad mug, you silly boy." And
this one is my favorite. It barely holds any liquid. The handle is too small. The rim is lopsided, and it spills almost any time you drink it.
that sounds wonderful. And is he close enough for her to reach out and touch him?
Yeah, he'll reach over the counter.
Yeah, while he's doing that, she reaches over and she like, if he had hair, she would be tousling, but she's like rubbing his head vigorously like a little kid.
Yeah, absolutely, like China scales sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cute.
She definitely looks a lot. She doesn't look angry, and she looks a lot less dour now.
As the night does go on, it's up to you guys how long you want to stay. But Destrian, whether consciously or not, seems to be trying to keep up in drinks.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oximo.
Oh no!
I'm just Eartha's like after he slightly overcomes the immense shame he feels for trying to do something nice but accidentally apparently being racist.
I mean, everybody said it wasn't racist.
Yeah, it's not racist.
No, he he felt like the response was definitely negative. But yeah, he just sort of notices Destrian doing that, and then just sort of leans over to Fi. Do you think you can make sure you're getting him non-alcoholic potions?
Yeah, what, is he not old enough?
No, he's just having a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Is he allergic?
You turn around, Destrian's face just starts swelling rapidly.
Oh no.
That would be horrific. Yeah,
He's
hold on, let me roll a Destrian con.
he's having the Asian flush reaction to alcohol.
Oh, let me unwhisper. That was a 16, but I am gonna have him roll again. To public at normal. Nope, that's dexterity. Constitution 2. Yeah, no.
Hey, buddy,
Destrian.
that's.
As you look over, he
I just
is
sort of. I see him.
downing his final drink. And
As
he
I
goes,
see him doing that, as he's like buckling over, I immediately push my empty fry bowl in front of him.
yeah, it's a rock forward, it's a rock back, and he goes.
Oh no.
Hey, I meant to. And it just all.
Buddy, time for
liquid.
you to find a toilet and give it a nice big hug. Let's go. I'll just sort of help him up from the seat and take him to the bathroom and just help him get it all out.
Yeah, yeah, there's like a bathroom this way.
Yeah.
We don't need to go to it because there's not one actually on the map.
Yeah.
I just realized this
I
map
just
doesn't have a
moved
bathroom.
myself over
Do
there.
it or mind it.
Yeah.
There we go.
You start escorting Destrian to the bathroom and hold his hair for him while he throws
Yeah.
up into the it's
Yeah.
not the worst ever. It's mostly just the straight up alcohol coming back
Yeah.
out unprocessed.
That has smelled much worse.
Yeah, definitely. Vi goes, "It's always wanted. Hey, but you know the Clavengers are holding strong," and he slides another drink down towards Proximo and Runsu.
Glug.
Enjoying my aromatics.
Do you want to give me a con save at advantage, Proximo, just to have the bar, like to compare? Save. Yeah, you are holding your own. It is a tank, and you are simply filling it.
Fucking vibes.
I imagine like this is more just funny than anything, but the inside, whatever holds liquid in you, should be a watering can.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you haven't seen. Never mind.
I think I know where that was going, and we're gonna move on. How late? Destrian is not in the bathroom a very long time with Earth.
Yeah.
He.
I'll like just sort of think. I'll just sort of make a judgment on whether I think he's good to come back or whether I think he should go and like have a rest and have like
It's definitely that thing where you're sitting there, he threw up, and he like kind of
Yeah.
sits back from the toilet
Yeah.
after like really like getting
yeah.
almost everything out. Either
Ooh. Okay,
Oh.
buddy.
And he like blinks like,
Just
"Hey, Earth,
hold.
that
Hey,
was
hold.
you?"
Yeah. Hold on for a second there, and I'll go and I'll get him like some water, and just like clean him off a little bit, and just get him some very neutral food, like some fries with no
Moist oil.
sauce.
A moist towelette, some very like
Yeah.
potatoy fries. Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, "This is.
Mm.
I'm not. Should I go back to the table?" I
I'll let it take you back home
like-
for a
He
bit.
like switches his mouth and spits. You can see he's definitely a lot more lucid now.
Yeah. All right. I'll take you back to the table if you want, but no more alcohol tonight, okay? You're like, I would prefer for you to stay alive and not have your intestines on the bar.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, that makes sense. I'm gonna go fries. No drinky fries.
No alcohol drinking. Do you want juice or like water or anything like that? Just no alcohol.
Is there apple juice?
Um, we can check.
Okay. I want some apple juice.
Yeah, we could do apple juice.
Okay. Here, help me.
Have you got it all? Have you got it all out?
Do you like
I'll hold
half?
his head back for a moment.
Yeah, he does like a half,
Yeah.
like.
Let me
I'm-
and I'll just sort of like take it like a scrap of material and like put his hair in a ponytail.
That's yeah. Yeah, I don't know where my tie went.
You're good. It might have gone into the toilet actually.
I mean,
Go get you another one. Don't worry about it.
oh wait, is this the first time we've used the bathroom in the Radiant Citadel? Do we need to discuss what the toilet system is?
3 shells.
I assume it's just holes with like a stream of water running underneath it.
He doesn't know how to use 3 seashells.
My God, he's never used the shells before.
I'm wondering, because this is a pretty magically advanced place.
Magical
Like
bidet.
even Vi is using a lot of magic in here. Both of the furnaces are.
This is a pretty new establishment though.
That's also true. So I'm trying to decide between like basic like
Yeah.
80s.
Do you want me to
plumbing
throw
or
you some
magical
options?
plumbing. Well, no, I'm just trying to decide if I
Yeah.
want like magical Harry Potter plumbing
Yeah.
or like 80s plumbing. And it's just like if it's just like an
Yeah.
old porcelain toilet and it's like just very
Yeah.
classic, because that's also a great image.
Yeah,
I think
I'm imagining it's somewhere in between. Like the toilet's not necessarily how we would make it, but it's like maybe like a tiled seat with a hole in it.
There's no back, definitely, so that people
Yeah.
with pails can sit on it.
Yeah,
It's like a Japanese toilet, a public toilet, squat toilet.
Yeah, I think that's especially because of the theme of this restaurant. That's that.
All right,
Also,
in which
also
case-
different, also different species
yeah.
wouldn't necessarily sit down on the toilet. Sit down on a toilet like a
I
seat.
mean, good fucking luck getting a fucking Luxodon to crouch, but
Oh my fucking.
Well, they would just go on all
yeah, I guess they probably have a couple of variants.
Loxodons in the chat. Write in. We'll be checking your responses at the PO box.
Yeah, they probably have like a couple of different ones.
How do
Yeah.
you pop a squat?
Yeah.
Very
The
carefully.
The bathrooms are divided up by number of limbs. That's the only.
Yeah.
It's the only one that matters. Can
It's
I-
nothing to.
Yeah.
It's not
Radiant
people trying
Citadel
to be a
probably
jerk.
has-
It's just trying to help people out.
Radiant
Yeah.
Citadel probably has some facilities for very large creatures and creatures with
Yeah.
non-standard anatomy to relieve themselves.
Regardless, we are
Too much toilet talk.
we are two basically human creatures.
Well,
So, we don't need to think
logistics
about
of
it
a
too much.
multiracial city is always fun to discuss.
Yes. But we don't need to continually talk about toilets for the whole session. So,
All these
just-
are interested.
yeah. So
We're invested.
I'll help him up and bring him back and like, yeah, just sit him down, and get him, get him the. Do you want me to move, or do you want him to move?
I'm sipping my blade proximal. Hey, buddy.
Hey, pal.
How's it
Hey.
going? Oh, hey. Oh, nope. Sorry. Wait. He like had reached towards your shot and was like, oh wait.
Hey, buddy. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah. Let's just.
Apple juice.
Yeah. Do you have apple juice? Why?
Yes, I do. And he like looks. And makes
I'll just. I sort of see him doing that, and I'm just like, I'll get it.
No, it's really no problem. And gave him
No,
like,
I need some fresh air.
if you're sure.
I'm good, and I'll sort of go out for a bit.
Hey, GM.
Yes, sir.
I unfortunately don't have Lesser Restoration yet because I don't have level 2 spells. But would cure wounds help with being overly drunk?
No, not unless he was suffering alcohol poisoning.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, Proximo wouldn't have gotten advantage on the save because it's only against the poison condition.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it'd only be to the point where you're like actually taking damage from alcohol poisoning.
Mm.
At which point you're probably unconscious anyway.
Yeah.
So the night continues. Earth, you're gone for an hour less. Do you take like a deliberate walk, or do you?
So I'm going to go and get a couple of things, including the apple juice. But it shouldn't take that long. We will just sort of take a moment to just sort of sit there and kind of stare out into the ethereal for a bit. And then sort of come back after just sort of taking a moment to be by himself for a bit.
A little bit of centering.
Yeah.
Okay.
But enough time for, the others to be doing some stuff, obviously.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. Earth's gone. Party down. What's happening in the bar? How is Roz doing? Is she calmed herself successfully?
She looks.
Want to do wisdom saves or something like that?
No, she's not like in dire straits, but she's definitely like the usual like pleasant candor that she's maintained for most of the time she's been with these people has evaporated. She's pretty much she just looks very, very taciturn at this point. Very just dour and sad. No, almost sad. It's more just like frustrated and maybe a little angry looking. Although that's starting to subside now that she's been drinking tea and is no longer drinking alcohol, and also getting some food in her belly. But yeah, she's been very quiet after her little outburst and talking to the kid and petting him on the head a little bit. But she hasn't really said much. She's been sitting at the bar and drinking her tea and quietly watching people. She has with the sight, when she has thought people weren't noticing her, she's looked over at Runzu and then turned back and looked at her tea and quietly sipped it.
Definitely see Runzu with the book that he had purchased at the previous market, writing down the adventures and taking time to almost do like a full, careful calligraphy illustration and board all that he's seen thus far. Even with like some of the images, especially for even thinking back to the estranged hens, and then now the very strange owl. I'm like trying to keep record of that as well, and then the interest of the fact that apparently not every planet or place that you go to, the undead could be good, which is strange.
Were you doing anything? Oh, I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Josh?
No, I was just gonna say, so yeah, that's basically all he's doing.
Quietly reading and writing, as Runzu is known to do.
Archiving.
I imagine Proximo is just kind of he's enjoying his drinks, and he's probably like autistically socializing with other people. Like
You're having the most conversation with Vi, probably. You're like fielding
Yeah.
his the extrovert personality as he's like, hey, you know.
I'm sure he's also enjoying his noodles.
Yeah, there's a lot of food, much more than you guys could have even eaten, even if all four of you did eat. So it's not long after Earth comes back, delivers the apple juice, is there anything else of note that you wanted to mention that you bought?
Not that I would be showing it. Like, I have another bag, but it's closed.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Do
I
I
just
get to
sort of,
know?
I can message it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, tell me what. Tell us all what you're doing first. It's not a rush.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I just wanted to clarify if it was like an important.
Not especially.
Oh, okay.
It's more of like a roleplay flavor thing that I don't imagine will have a great deal of effect on the campaign. So it's not. Yeah. I mean, it'll come up later tonight.
Great.
Yeah. But basically, yeah, I come back, and I have just like a fucking massive jug of apple juice, and and I just sort of sit it there, and I have, I have got like the most dignified adult-looking sippy cup that I could find.
It's very much like a travel coffee mug, but
Yeah.
it's got like a flip
Yeah.
top lid.
And I've just sort of filled that with apple juice, and I've just sort of looking around. When you guys with the magic, can you make this cold?
Oh. And Gaiman walks over and touches the side of it
Thank you.
and chills it.
Ooh, that's very cold. Okay, thank you. Daystream, here you go. This should help.
Quietly claps for the kobold kid.
Yeah, I'm a sorcerer in training now.
Yeah, I mean the magic is real cool. I don't really understand it, so you're like already way ahead of me.
Well, so like,
congrats.
It's
you
fantastic.
think about what you
No,
want to do.
I'm good. I do
and
not.
then you get really excited, and then you do it.
Okay.
Oh, magic.
I might have trouble with that second bit, but I'll think about it. Anyway, you guys enjoy your drinks. I just got to work on a couple of things. I'll just be in the corner. But Destrian, call me over if you need anything. Jug's right here. Maybe don't pour it yourself. It's kind of heavy, and you're a bit wobbly.
Gotcha.
Someone else
You're
can do
just
that.
a baby.
5 seconds later, spills all over himself.
Actually, you know what? I'll just sort of take it and bring it around and put it under the bar. Why, you couldn't pour that for him, right?
Don't you even worry about it.
I'm gonna, but thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
No, don't. I've got it.
I'll
Mr.
do my best.
Man.
And I'll just sort of move over to the corner and start sort of putting together the other stuff that I bought.
Cool. Estrian takes a long, hefty swig of the apple juice and
Oh my.
slams it down on the table.
This man's
That's some
bladder.
good stuff. That's good stuff. Ooh. It's a solid adventure. So, what'd you guys do? Anything fun?
Holding
I
up the
remember,
latest.
right?
The
It was
latest
definitely our
illustrations.
darkest adventure yet.
I don't think we should discuss Clavenger details in public, Miss Destrin.
I think it's probably fine.
Okay, you're the boss. And she looks back at her mug, and sips her tea.
Festival, very entertaining. Personally, had issue with the undead, and it's refreshing to see that we good ones. I never shed such prospects.
After I've sort of finished putting together what I'm putting together, I just sort of come back, just sort of check on their stream. You good there, pal?
I'm killing it. Yeah.
Nice.
He seems like not as drunk, but also unconsciously very relaxed.
Yeah.
Much more than he has been the whole
Yeah.
time that you
I
guys.
think
Usually,
you're. I
usually
think
on
you're
edge.
in. I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah, I think like I never had a job like this before, so yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
it's not what I wanted to do, but
What did
it's
you
what
want
I'm
to do?
doing. I don't know, like everybody wants to be an adventurer themselves, right?
Uh,
Eh,
no,
I'm not the
no.
type.
I would really rather not, but it's kind of just what I ended up doing.
Really? I mean, you could get another job.
Uh,
Not,
yeah,
not
I mean
really.
the place where I wanted to go wouldn't take me. I don't think so.
Oh,
Um,
So,
where you want to go?
it's a long story. Don't worry about it. What? So, what kind of adventuring do you think you would want to do? Because it's really like it can get real dangerous out there. And if you've got like what you
I
had a
mean,
girl around here somewhere,
I'm not the type. Like I said, like I don't have the um, what's it, uh,
Const-
constitution
yeah, that.
for it. Um, like
I
I
mean,
I could
I mean,
throw a spell and do a thing.
what
But you
appeals
guys
to
are
you about adventuring? What's the cool thing you like about it?
like I want slay a monster, save a day, do a bank heist.
Maybe leave that last one unless the bank is evil.
Right? No, yeah. Or like you're stuck in like a time loop and it doesn't matter.
Sure.
did it come?
Um.
What?
Yeah. I mean, you could practice in the arena, and maybe if you get good enough at like fighting, then you could come along sometime. But
I mean,
I
if you
think
guys want to practice with me,
I could give
cause
it a
magic
go.
magic can be kind of dangerous.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of a lot of nasty magic. Just, I mean, I'll be okay to give it a go. Just don't fuck with my head, please.
Also, don't have zombies eat us. That's bad.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. That's not fun.
Yeah. If you pull out zombies in the arena, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, I will say, I no disrespect to the proprietor of the creepy parrot, but it lives up to its name. It is thoroughly creepy, and I do not like it. I do not like that there are undid that. It is scary to me.
Yeah, I don't trust that parrot.
Is there actually a parrot? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm not going back. It's a shame. There's some interesting characters in there, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd really appreciate like magic or help in the arena. I mean, especially magic stuff. And he like looks over towards the other side where
actually,
Proximo and Runsu are.
that's a thought. Maybe. Uh, I don't know how. Back where I'm from, or at least from what I heard, undead is like a really, really morally awful thing to do. Like you're enslaving the souls of the dead, which is like double bad because it's enslaving and also desecration at the same time. Um, but maybe it's different here. And if it is, and they're just like,
I don't do like necromancy really. I'm not. It's
maybe
not
you could
my.
ask about it, or like maybe they could get like a couple of constructs or
I
something.
don't. I don't think it's like that though. Like I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't.
know
This
either.
it. I thought it was just like they make the bones move, but I don't.
But wouldn't that be like?
I
Because I
mean,
know
is it in?
there's different kinds of magic. There's one that just makes stuff move, and that's like the same kind that changes stuff into other stuff. I think. And then there's the necromancy one, which is the stuff that kills things. And if that stuff makes stuff move, I think that's weird soul fucking shit.
He has a very large sip of apple juice.
I don't. I'm sorry, I'm not exactly an expert. I just kind of have been on the receiving end of some unfortunate individuals. So
Why don't you tell us about it?
Because it's very unpleasant.
He slides the apple juice over to you as if like, come on, buddy.
I don't think you'd want to hear about it.
I mean, you didn't probably want to hold my vomit hair.
I mean, I wanted you to not vomit in your hair, so by extension, I kind of did.
Yeah, you know, if there's a bad thing that happened to you, you should know it's not your fault.
Yeah, which is he still vomity smelling?
Oh.
He didn't get a ton on himself, and they were in the bathroom for a little while, and it's been time since Earth went and came back, so probably not now.
Yeah, I'm sure Gammon or Braz would have offered to help
Earth
clean him
also
up.
cleaned him up when he was in the bathroom.
I appreciate it, but I think maybe this is best left for a time when you are a little more aware.
So about
and able to make that decision. Also, I don't know if I'm ready for that with you just yet, or anyone really. But I appreciate the offer.
He like nods, takes a apple juice, nods again, and then he says,
It's a whole thing.
Bartender, another.
Another apple
I'll
juice.
unscrew
Holy
the lid
shit.
that we got for him, and sort of take the drink and pour it.
Yeah. It's been a couple hours. It's starting to get pretty late.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting kind of tired. I'm gonna head back. Distrian, do you want to go take a nap, buddy? Or are you feeling alright?
I'm good. I'll come back, and you know, I'm in the same building as you guys are, so I'm going the same way.
Alright.
Y'all go and go sleep at slumber party.
Lumber party.
Well, I am gonna go and hit sack, but you guys have a good rest of your night. Ooh, I'm sorry. This has been a lot. Thank you for your drinks. And
Oh,
food.
of course. Please come again.
I will.
Have a good rest there.
And I'll go back and put what I was making in the appropriate place. Yeah.
Being
In the room of the recipient.
all right. Yeah, Destrian will walk base with you to the palace there and diverge from you and head to his room.
Mhm.
Proximo, Runsu, and Raz left behind at the bar. It's getting late.
I'll make sure he's got like a bowl or bucket to vomit in and like
He's got the whole apple juice thing.
Yeah.
The whole time he's walking back, he's just holding it like this. He looks like he's not gonna throw up.
I know, but Earth is still concerned about him, and just like make sure he has some fries, even if they're cold at this point, that are next to his bed that he could just eat in the morning to help him feel better.
Oh yeah.
Bedside fries.
Yeah. Everyone knows the fucking like cold food in the
pizza.
morning.
A
Yeah.
slice of pizza. I can't do that because I have a cat, but it's a good.
Saki
it's a good
steals your
strategy.
pizza every morning.
Saki steals my hair ties from my nightstand table when I take them off.
If there's one thing I know about cats and hair ties, is that they will always fucking steal
They love them. They love them.
They love the crunch.
Anyway, y'all three, bar.
Hell yes.
What kind of scene are you guys doing while you're waiting here? Or doing here? Hanging here?
For Runzu, after kind of finishing a good portion of his illustration, he too would sit down and go, I'll have to come back and enjoy more of the scents and smells. Good to see all of you having such a good life.
It's of course thanks to all your kindness and help. Yeah, we were, there was a lot of trouble with the family stall until you guys came through and sorted it out, and peacefully too. So
I'm glad, and I look forward to seeing how much more popular the shop will be getting shortly.
yeah, us too.
It was a pleasure to meet you. I'm glad I got to see the good results of the handiwork of these two and their compatriots. I am a new addition to their circle.
Of course, yeah, you're the newest Covengers. We learned all about you. Lamai kind of looks down and says, "You're welcome anytime, dear. Please, we need someone who's a bit more staid and cultured than." She doesn't make a hand gesture, but there's a very slight head tilt in Proximo's direction. Proximo is just noodle. I mean, you haven't. Yeah, just noodles and drink.
It's like the
Noodles
beast
and
in
drink.
Beauty and the Beast.
Very, very, me at Hot Pot vibes.
Those Runzu and Ross the beauties. To find a new rest. See you both back at the homestead. So what are we calling it?
I know some of the shops in the Citadel. I could show you them.
I would appreciate
Ross's ears redden up when she says that to Runzu.
Appreciate it. Please. I know I would distract.
I will say it's pretty late at this point. I don't know how many clothing shops are going to be open.
Yeah, she would say that. It's like, it might be better to rest right now. They're probably closing up shop or already closed at this point. It's kind of late.
We should probably head back and hit the hay for the night. Besides, Roz, I imagine you're probably exhausted.
I am, although I mean, if it's Runzu, I'm happy to help at any time. And she runs her hair back a little bit and smiles.
Maybe we should head back and pass the night, I guess, and go shopping tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's yeah. The city does have a diurnal cycle for most of for most of the people that live here, and we are approaching the late Belazator.
Alright, you all head out to the rooms as well.
Finish.
You return to the room. It's quiet in the large central space, your kitchen and area. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Room 2 and Proxima, are you guys in the same room? If I remember
Yes.
correctly? Yeah.
Yep. Usually.
Yeah.
So you guys would enter your room, and there would be like a little gift basket on your bed, with like a bunch of incense and incense holders, and a bunch of like
Aww.
strong smelling spices, and like strong smelling like packets of dried flowers and stuff, and a little note that says "Sorry for being maybe racist." And
Holy shit!
And there's a couple of folded robes that are very similar to Runzu's.
Oh. Fantastic.
This was actually your room up here, Rinsu.
I always forget. I remember purple briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Purple too.
Oh yes, Runzo is ecstatic and immediately trying on their
Yeah, Roz gives privacy to everybody and takes the room across from Runsu and Proxima.
There are a few different colors. One of them's like kind of almost like stained glass pattern looking with the same colors as your crystals, and then there's another one that's like contrasting, and there's another one that's just kind of neutral.
He's immediately going for the stained glass color. All the nice mixings together.
Oh, also it's the incense. It looks like he's gotten like a couple of like just bits of wire, just real basic wire, and shaped them into like little loops that can hold the incense and just be looped over like your crystals, so that you can just put them there. And just like hang the burning incense off of you.
If Runzu can show smiling more than he could now, this is probably the considerate gift he has ever got. He is absolutely ecstatic and probably stays up a little longer, just looking over all these wonderful things.
Proxima would also be very excited, especially considering this is probably like some good incense, which he admires the craftsmanship of.
All right. Is there anything people do before they go to sleep? Proxima, are you staying downstairs, or do you?
I mean, I would probably mill around downstairs for a little bit, just simply due to the lack of needing to sleep.
Your mic is no longer.
Oh, until the boredom would eventually just send him upstairs to kind of shut down for the evening.
Sure.
I think Earth would probably sort of be a little bit. How aware of we are we of the token of the remembered thing?
I think it would depend on how aware of magic you are.
So not for me.
Yeah. It's an interesting question because you weren't like no one told you that you received this.
Yeah.
You
But
felt it
if I
settle and you had.
recall,
Yeah.
Earth rolled, I think, a natural 20 on like understanding the culture and stuff when they first got there. I don't know if that would count. Up to you. Basically, if he does
I
know
think.
the
I
chance
think.
of that, then he would get it basically a dream diary.
I don't understand the dream diary, but
Basically, yeah. You don't understand?
what do you mean by dream diary?
Like just like a notepad, so I assume it's something that happens when you go to sleep.
Oh.
Like basically they come to you in your dreams, is what I'm imagining.
I mean, if that's how I especially as someone without the magical knowledge of how to activate something, activating it in your sleep I think really fits for Earth. So I'm really down for that. But
Yeah,
I don't think it necessarily like it's because of the way boons work. Normally you wouldn't know about them because they would be
yeah,
like given as a gift from a god. But this is more
yeah,
like a specific thing that they s- they say when
yeah,
you do these things at when you pray to these ofrendas in the Night of the
yeah,
Remembered, you can sometimes speak with long lost souls, and
yeah,
that's what this is. And maybe Earth is thinking about that as she's falling asleep.
yeah. So it's just a matter of how aware of that would he be, and whether he would be enough to just like have a scrap of parchment nearby to scribble down whatever he experiences.
Sure. I don't think you'd be keen to forget whatever you would experience either.
Oh no, 100%. But still, like he would want to make sure that he didn't, just in case. But regardless, I've taken up enough time.
Well, no, I mean, if is it, I like this is the everyone is basically just going to
Yeah,
sleep, unless Roz has a thing she wants to do. But hers might also be this. So I mean, the night has fallen. People are asleep.
okay.
Do
I imagine then,
do you
uh,
think of someone specific as you fall asleep, Earth? Yeah.
yeah, his mother. Um, and the question is, does it connect or not?
You you don't feel a connection.
All right.
You feel yourself reach out, this sense of longing, perhaps loneliness, that
Hmm.
has been with you for a long time. Maybe brought on by what Destrian said, maybe something you've been thinking about, but
Yeah.
it's you grasp.
In that moment, is there any understanding of what that is, even vaguely?
There isn't until you feel another hand grasp a hand that you didn't even realize you'd extended.
Okay.
Do you know your maternal grandmother's name?
I would have to look it up. I don't think I listed one, but I can.
Right, but would Earth have known
Oh,
her
yes,
name?
he would have. Yes.
Right. Okay. That's the important thing,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is.
Hmm.
She looks remarkably like your mother. The hair is exactly the same parts in the same place, and as you look up, you are sitting in the room, holding the spectral hands of this woman who fades into nothingness halfway down. And she smiles warmly at you.
Just sort of, just like an extremely nervous sigh, and it's just sort of like squeezing the hand perhaps a little bit too hard. Just sort of pulls down the hood for a moment. Hey, Gran. I'm sorry. Did I do this to you?
Poor child, no.
Do you have anything that you want me to do?
He reaches out and she touches you. And
Sort of
she
winces a little bit when she sort of goes over the sort of burned stumps of the previously elven years. Now carved down to look like human.
You carry so much with you. What I want is for you to forgive something that was not your doing. A man's mind is not the only thing that controls his hands. Others can work through him.
I should have been stronger. Shouldn't have let.
It is easy to believe that.
Okay, I'll try.
Puts her hands on either side of yours. You have one more question. I care for you deeply, my grandson. Think on what you wish to know above all else.
Who else is? I guess not at home, or who else is with you here?
She smiles very, very sadly. Give me a second, sorry.
You're good.
Rhea, Vera, and Jeremiah.
Well, I think I'm out of questions now. But is it? If can that you say sorry to me from them? So to them from me. Sorry. Thank you.
She, like, once again, like, cups your cheek, and you can see her starting to fade again, and she says, I cannot. They would want me to tell you that there is nothing to apologize. And then she is gone. And the room seems slightly darker.
Alright. And he sort of wakes for a moment and just sort of stays there. It just sort of looks at the ceiling. And probably stays like that for several hours. Writes down the names, if you could remind me.
Yes. Rhea?
Rhea or Maria?
No, Rhea was the first one. Vera.
Alright.
And Jeremiah.
Alright. I would remind you,
No, yeah.
Rhea?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Alrighty. Yeah, that's everything for that evening.
Excellent. And so we sleep, some more peacefully than others, through the night until the morning, when you all awake in your various orders. Probably
Oh.
the people that don't sleep up first.
I forgot to mention that, as per usual, Earth would spend a good amount of time that evening trying to carve off the mark.
Okay.
But obviously it,
Yeah.
doesn't do an enormous amount.
Okay.
But yeah. Sorry, interrupting.
No, I mean, there's no one to interact, or I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I just figured that I would explicitly mention that to you.
Good stuff. All right. In that case, then morning would come.
Yes.
And the bathroom doesn't have any blood in it. Nope, it's very clean, actually.
What the fuck?
Almost too clean.
Oh, impossible.
Earth is probably up early, and is sort of just making a basic but hearty breakfast.
I think Lorenzo would a little late to go down, as he would just kind of see Proximo get him. We don't really. Just right now.
Oh,
Okay.
and sorry, I also would be making just 2 bowls of. I hesitate to call it stew because it's basically just a mixture of like boiled spices to get all the scents out of them. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, there's a.
What were you? Okay.
That's
What
it.
were you-
Sorry.
No, yeah. What were you saying, Proximo and Rinsu?
Oh, I Proxima would just like say to Brunzu as he leaves, like, I'll see you downstairs.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were having a conversation. I thought Rinsu was saying what he was
No,
doing in the room.
I think Brunzu was just letting Proxima know he'd be downstairs.
What are you archiving then, Rinsu?
I would set away my cartography tools. Just out of curiosity, because especially in what the referee is supposed to be, and there's just faint glimmers of things that don't feel like they're his. You would try to focus on that poem again, see if anyone responds.
You know, I spent a lot of time preparing for these scenes. I didn't even consider that you would just do this to me.
Curiosity is a thing.
What the fuck answers Rinsu?
I mean, it could be nothing at all. It's like,
Well, no, there's it doesn't just mean direct procreation. I guess is that, but what's another definition for ancestor?
Depending on how you view ancestors, but
Origin or background.
my essentially anything that has contributed to a fundamental part of what and who you are, that is sufficiently old.
That's a lot of stick. To that.
Yeah, like in my culture, there's some sort of idea that in the culture of my native people anyway, that what other cultures might call gods are basically just our ancestors who are, the coolest, hottest things around. So, there's shit like that. Like if you were a constructed creature, then your creator would probably be your ancestor, but also like maybe the earth that you were crafted from would be as well.
That's the fun thing.
Yeah.
Very unique piece. Testing DM's skills at the it's a hard fucking curveball.
Yeah.
You reach out, thinking of this poem, and you feel yourself not grasped by the hand or led carefully in one direction or another, but swept up and swirled around in this massive ethereal cyclone that seems to spin and spin and spin in a place that seems both familiar and confusing. So you see the astral sea swirling around you amidst this cyclone. And then you see a singular bright light, almost like a comet, swirling through the cyclone. And this singular bright light dims briefly as it grows deeper into the cyclone, and you see as it dims, it seems to crack, and many pieces come jettisoning away from it, some shooting far away, some remaining in orbit around this huge, slightly dimmer object. And as it passes through you, you see the smallest chunk split and embed itself in one of the runaway pieces, a large green hunk that hurtles outwards past the cyclone. And you find yourself in the astral sea, waist deep in swirling mist and spinning stars. And across from you is what appears to be a massive, incredibly highly polished green mirror. You see your reflection in it, green in every way.
Gonna reach out to and see if it It's actually sense of.
You reach out and you make contact with the mirror, and it shatters and falls to the ground, and then through the ground and is out of sight. And you see this green version of you with with both of its arms at its side. And it cocks its head at you. Its eyes glowing with green light. It looks like you, but made of emeralds.
So it's not a tapeworm. I'm sorry, I had to.
No, it's on point. On point. I love it. Are we ancestors?
You are not of me, but we are similar. You would not have survived without me.
Spot. Spark. Light.
No.
Comment. Is there more of us?
It had like its head hit right in it, tilted quizzically into the other direction. You say us as if you and I are the same. We are not. There are more like me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were too soft. I don't think your mic got you there.
You're the Dawn Incarnate.
I was. I do not claim that title anymore. I no longer am buoyed by the spirits of our realm.
It's concerning.
Its eyes glow brighter and it straightens. Seems, despite moving very little, it seems to loom slightly. Use your last question carefully.
Especially with a deep pondering. To find you. It's you.
It looks at you almost like it's very specifically like looking to try and find something, looking for some specific quality. Its eyes rake over you. not. Hmm. You are not of Emerald. But I cannot say. You are not fully known to me. There is more to you and less than one of us. And then its eyes burn brightly, and it takes a step towards you, and then another step, and suddenly it is within arm's reach of you, and it reaches out and it says, "We will not speak again." And it reaches out and touches you in the exact same motion that you used to touch the mirror, and you feel yourself shatter into pieces,
No.
and then you're back in the room.
So maybe I'd wake him up with a little bit of a knock on the door. You good there? I made. I don't know if I can call it breakfast, but it's kind of breakfast food. It's just a big bowl of smells.
Thank you. I've come down and he finally comes over after kind of collecting himself, opening the door. You do see he's wearing the full, like the stained glass.
Oh,
no.
Do you like it? I figured I'd get you some stuff. Sorry about. I'm not the most socially adept.
I love the plastic thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Apologies, I was lost in my thoughts.
Yeah, I had a funny experience last night too. And he just kind of scratches his shoulder a little bit and winces.
You know that he pulls out so you're wearing like a t-shirt. I assume you're not in like armor, probably, right?
There's like a bandage.
Yeah, I was just gonna
around
say,
the
yeah.
shoulder.
There's you can see.
And it's probably like there's a little bit of blood soaking through it. Yeah, I had.
Are you
weird.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good.
Would you like
Well, I mean, I'm not injured in any way that matters.
Would you like?
No, thank you. I'm good. I think it just sort of takes a look at it, but doesn't like lift it up or anything. I think it'll be fine.
Tries to get a look at it just out of worry.
Please don't.
Sorry. Not touching, just making
Yeah.
sure.
No, it's not. Yeah, do you want to come down and, I don't know, smell a bowl of spices that I made?
I would love that.
While you guys are talking, I assume Roz is probably coming out of her room at some point.
While they're talking, the door to Roz's room goes, and you see Roz is in there. Her hair is kind of just poofed out, and she's kind of glaring.
Hey,
Good morning. And then she closes the door behind her, and she pulls her hair down. Huh?
I made breakfast.
Oh, okay. And she's raining in her hair, which is, like I said, it's a big mass of just curls.
Gotta tamp it down again. Runsu looks a little concerned.
Yeah, as she's getting her curls all reined in, and then she's got her bundle, and she reaches into her trousers, and she pulls out a hair tie, and she starts she puts her lip, and then she starts fighting with it more, and she like wraps her hand a little bit, and she takes the tie and she starts tying it up, and then
I feel like that.
3 times.
I feel like that's some lethal compression you've got going on there with that hair. Like if that pops off, you can kill someone.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
I'm sorry, I was trying to be lighthearted.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, breakfast.
No, don't look at it. It might attack you.
Oh,
Okay. I made. I don't know what you guys like. I made some fried, potato stuff.
There is
And-
a knocking at the door as you guys are
Stop.
on your way down the stairs as Earth is giving
Yeah.
the menu.
That's just kind of sort of starts rushing down. He's sort of half in like an apron still from cooking.
Roz is taking her time, yawning.
Yeah,
She
Runzu,
does
you're
look a lot better.
the only one. Fuck my fucking ass. Proxima, you're the only one downstairs when it knocks, so you're probably the person that answers the door, right? Your mic did not turn on for that, but I heard it.
Who's here?
It's
Hello.
me, guys. I got news.
Are you
Stuff?
hungover?
No, I'm okay. I
Okay,
mean,
come
yes, but like I'm okay. He comes in. He has a large cup of orange juice that's half full. Spills a little bit. Proximo, where did you guys do anything after we left last night?
No, we did not kill anybody while you were gone.
No, like big magic-y things.
No, I
Uh-oh.
did not.
Nobody's like been reaching across the plains or anything, right?
I had a weird dream.
I was sleeping.
I had a weird dream. I think Runzu also had a weird. Do you have dreams?
I have seen things.
Yeah,
Hard to explain.
You did seem like you woke up from like a world-shattering prophecy kind of dream experience, but I didn't want to assume.
The oral diamond is green.
For the first moment, you actually see Runzu, like, every single one of his crystals just freeze in place at that statement.
I hear this and I look over to Runzu like, what did you do?
I mean, that's kind of
Roz just looks really perplexed.
that's not bad.
No, that's not bad. The other thing that happened is that the Keening Gloam is getting closer to the city.
What's the Keening Gloam again?
The Keening
the
Gloam
storm.
is the massive ethereal cyclone that swirls around the Radiant Citadel and throughout most of the Astral Sea.
That's
Oh,
a bad thing.
Yeah, the light of the oral diamond is what protects and staves off the Keening Gloam. Protects from, staves off.
I mean, I don't want to assume, but Runzu, can you like switch the color back?
Yeah, did you break the city? Are we fucked because you broke the city boss?
I mean, you know, maybe you just like bump a crystal in you somewhere that you forgot about.
What did you do?
Wait, guys, maybe let him answer.
I'm sorry.
Runzu looks like actually panics for a moment. Like,
Yeah, Roz walks over to him and like just like she's like a little kid just pawing at him because she's totally doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So she's like, "What happened? What did you do?"
Give him some space.
I mean, I tried to reach out to speak with memories and
Just sort of holding the bowl of spice under his, sort of just like in front of him so that it calms him a little bit.
The friend mentioned shout.
Like a little fan fanning the bowl to get the smells coming up.
There was a green mirror, and
One second, I just sort of put the thing to the side and then start writing this down.
When I reached out and touched it, it shattered. It seemed comet escaping a storm. Shot of crystal breaking off and being in a rock. Still see. Spoken with what looked like myself, but if made of emerald. I asked if the Ian I asked if I was to find the Dawn Incarnate. They did not recognize me as from this room.
What it said was you are not of Emerald.
Of Emerald.
That implies that you are of another. Is there a gem that looks kind of like Runzu, or not?
Not currently around the Citadel.
I mean, I always kind of had a gut feeling, but maybe you're, a little more than a Clavenger. Maybe you're one of the ancestor gem creatures. You ever try to summon a big old gem that looks kind of like you, or?
I mean, that seemed ludicrous, but I was also told not as great of strength.
I mean, this guy sounds like he's fucking around with some crazy storm shit. So I mean, you could still be pretty strong and not as strong as him.
Sorry.
Should we go talk to the lady? She might know more about this.
Yes, this seems significant and most important.
Let me get our breakfast to go, and I'll just sort of pack them up in like little lunch boxes real quick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like fried potato and spice meats for the organics, and just big bowls of spices for the non-organics.
Sure. Yeah, you guys are brought to that like very simple meeting room that Lady Cholet prefers. It's large and spacious, but I mean, doesn't have the sumptuous setting of many leaders that you have all known from many of your worlds. And after not too long, she will arrive. You see her step into the room, led by her cane, and she looks at all of you, who I assume are seated at the table, and says, "Welcome back. I had hoped this debrief would be somewhat less confrontational.
Have you had breakfast yet, ma'am?
Yes."
Okay.
She sits down at the table. The oral diamond, while it has been known to shift colors, is undergoing a greater change from what my mages tell me, the diamond itself is altering.
I mean, we can see it's green, yeah.
That's a bad thing.
It's a new thing. On the Citadel, where I've been for more than 300 years, new is usually meant things go wrong. We still don't understand everything about the Citadel. Even after it was reactivated, we've never found all of the original Dawn Incarnates. We still do not know what powers or what kind of magic supplies the protection that the Oral Diamond gives us all. There are too many variables.
Right.
I need to know anything that you all know. Has there been any contact with the green, with the emerald Dawn Incarnate?
Runzu, permission to share notes on your dream?
Please, it's very.
And I'll sort of hand over. Basically, is just like scribbled down what Runzu has
Sure.
said. So, yeah, that he had a dream about, I think, either current or previous Emerald Dawn Incarnate, and I'm thinking it in that big old storm that's around us all the time. Yeah. I mean, that I wrote everything down, but Runzu, maybe I missed a couple things.
It's rather good.
Hey, Runzu, do you have any of that illusion magic? Like you can make pictures and stuff? Because maybe you could like make a moving picture of the dream and show it to the lady, and maybe that would help.
Ah. Do we have a large pool of?
I mean, I could go get a bowl or like a big.
Yeah, I mean, you
Totally.
can get you whatever. Yeah, you're provided with a. She
We
clicks
like a
her
big
fingers
tray,
and
maybe?
people come in with I mean, just any dish of water. She offers you like a scrying glass.
Runzu is going to do his very best on this because it obviously such imagery is so vivid. He will freeze certain parts of the water as he will try to recreate specific parts of what he had witnessed.
Okay. So there's this massive comet. You see the comet dim and then shatter into these many big pieces and thousands of tiny small pieces. Almost all of the small pieces are swept away by the cyclone. But one of the small pieces you see is embedded in the large chunk that is emerald in color. And the large chunks are almost all blown different directions outside of the cyclone. And then I assume you don't recreate yourself because it looked just like you, but made of emerald.
Yeah. Along with the emerald, it shattering.
This could be information on the original or the origin of the diamond itself. The shape is not dissimilar. The gloam is, it seems to be what you were dreaming of. That would imply that you're, well, that the emerald Dawn Incarnate is somewhere on the world you came from.
I suppose just find the signal.
I'm sure that, yes, we will. I believe I have a few assets at the Court of Whispers that I could reach out to. You all had a compatriot, I believe, that went back to that world to get her family or some other such.
So, wasn't that the bunny girl you talked about?
Yeah, she was
Frisbee.
fairly information savvy.
She
Perhaps we could
has
enlist her assistance.
She has a network she works. I'm not sure if they would require money. Probably.
Funding could be acquired. Simply to speak to the other council members.
I'm not sure how much they would have talked to Roz and Earth about Ruth while they were out and about.
I mean, I heard you guys had a few members that went off and.
Yeah, I think we just heard a little bit about them, but we didn't really talk. I don't know if we talked about them too much.
I would imagine it's a bit of a sore subject.
I mean, the folk back in Whispers, they talked about it a little bit, so I overheard some.
I heard that the rabbit girl was very cute, and she also didn't like people to touch her.
I heard that Kylo Ren was ripped. I heard that Kylo Ren had a six-pack. Fucking love that.
See. It's time, but one would hope she's returned.
Well, it's only been a few weeks, right? I mean, if she's as far away as we're thinking, it's probably gonna take a while, especially if it's a big family. Speaking from experience from having to transport myself across a distance through hostile territory.
I suppose.
This entire time, Roz has just been kind of non-committally kind of glaring daggers at Cholet. But whenever Cholet looks at her, her eyes kind of stop glaring the daggers because she knows exactly what Cholet is.
Right mind.
She is someone not to be disrespected, is who she is.
Yep.
Yeah. So you fill Cholet, and she has quite a few questions concerning the specifics of your dream. Is there anything like she'll just keep questioning you about it until she's sure that she gets everything? So is there anything that you don't want to tell her?
It would be. Honestly, he would be very straightforward and honest with it because even he himself is concerned. Doesn't want to be the reason that, like, all of this life dies, and especially for the curiosity of, even though he woke up on Desril, like,
he's got
lost,
steak.
Yeah, the lost curiosity of, like, then why did I wake up on Desril?
What happened?
Roz would not, like, she like I said, she considers herself a subordinate and helping out the leaders, the Clavengers. But she would, once if she was given the opportunity to speak up or to give her opinion on things, assuming she was given the floor, she would kind of almost break down. And it's like, this was like an opportunity, you I was going to go to jail because I pissed off the wrong people and stepped on some toes. But I didn't, killed anybody or did any capital punishment offenses. I almost fucking died 3 times with these folks, not because of them, just because of all the bad shit we were dealing with. I kind of feel like I don't need to be here anymore, or maybe I could get out of this now. I just I don't think I'm qualified for this. It's terrifying. No offense.
If the job posting is not fitting, you could find some more work to finish your obligation to me.
That's fine. I mean I don't want to leave them hanging. I still want to help them. I just don't want to die.
If you believe that your life is in danger and that your fellow Clavengers cannot protect you, you're well within your rights to put in your 2 weeks, as it were. We'd appreciate you helping us find a replacement, if that is your wish.
Nobody trusts me on. I fucking burned my bridges when I was coming here.
Very well.
Maybe I could get if you could get me some better tools to help me with being a better bodyguard, I would be less terrified to help. Would that be okay, boss?
Beyond the payment that you received.
Beyond the payment, yeah, just something. I don't get. I'll give it back. Maybe it's a loaner. I don't give a shit. I just want something to help me not get my throat choked out by a zombie.
Like what?
I don't know. Just something on top of that reward that would make me feel better. Considering I died 3 times already.
Bring me a shield?
I can't use shields for what I do. The shield. And armor slows me down.
Right. So.
You don't have to do it right now. Just.
Why don't I? You know what? And she sits up, and you see her reach into her pocket, and she pulls out a bag of holding. She reaches into it, and she pulls out a rough chunk of rock, and she says, "This is worth about 400 gold pieces." And she'll kind of put it on the table and slide it, and it splatters down the table.
That's eyes just go wide.
It's a large white diamond with red striations through it, rough and uncut.
Oh
my word!
If you feel uncompensated, then I'm not doing enough work to express how appreciative the council is for all of your help. Even this discussion has answered questions that I personally have had for centuries.
I think if one of us was to die, I think we could use it to resurrect somebody, right? If we had the right magic.
That's some crazy powerful magic, though.
I don't care. I don't want to lose anybody.
Yeah, but can we do that?
Potentially, right? This kind of gem she holds up the diamond.
Lady Cholet looks across towards Rinsu and Proximo. I've been tracking your abilities as I'm reporting to the council. I've not seen you display your strength since this latest mission, but I would ask you to would you require some assistance to cast this spell? I could have someone work up a spell scroll unless you're able to reach out and touch the soul of others. She looks at Proximo and Runsu with a little bit of intensity. Does anyone want to roll me an insight?
Sure.
She knows.
Your computer is dead.
She can smell it.
I'm just gonna pop to the bathroom.
Can't believe.
Have
Lee's
fun,
computer
don't fall
decided to powerbomb the cord right out of itself and eat
Oh,
all
no.
of the juice.
Oh, no.
With a 23, she's looking at both of them. But, a lot of people have been paying a lot of attention to Runsu this whole time. And she's looking for a specific reaction. So you can all see it. The question of it wasn't just can you reach out and bring someone back from the dead. It was can you reach out and touch the souls. It's a pointed question, as if she's trying to get a specific answer.
I have always
With a
felt it.
natural 24. One further thing. The natural 24, Proximo, you do know that despite Runsu saying that he was told he's not a Dawn Incarnate, this question is a leading question because Dawn Incarnates are formed from the souls and spirits of those who have died in their realm. So she's trying to figure out if that's something you can do. You just maybe don't know about it yet. That's a natural 24.
Hell yeah.
Continue, Rinsu, please. You've always felt a connection.
Felt the connection with, I guess, radiance itself, and some. He will, very. Yeah, don't worry.
You good?
We're good. That's good.
The loud bottle opening.
Yeah.
He will produce things that he has seen other druids not usually been able to produce. Almost like the start of how he does his guiding bolt, but not releasing it, but the manifestation of radiance and light in such a with
The like star map starts to appear.
yes. He like to reach out for such things.
Then this is sufficient. I feel safer knowing we have this to help save somebody. Thank you, Soleil. And she looks visibly like her morale has returned, and she's no longer got the angry face. She looks just like basically physically and visibly wore out still. She just no longer like it's like the anger just left her body. She just looks dead tired, even though she had full rest. Thank you. Sorry for getting cross.
Within the
It's
realm.
quite alright.
I mean, when your life's on the line, you get angry. That's fair.
I would still like to dance for you sometime, Chole. I agree with your politics. I just was very surprised with the incredible violence I had to endure when I thought I was just helping with diplomacy. And
Diplomacy, seems often to devolve into.
I'm used to aggressive diplomacy, but I was not used to dealing with undead and demonic creatures trying to eat my heart.
Yeah, not a great time there.
Anyways, yeah. Pardon me. I need the moment.
I mean, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything, but I got ears.
Thank you, everybody. If it's okay, there's nothing else I can really contribute anymore. If that's okay, if I could excuse myself, bosses. She looks at everybody in the room.
Well, it was nice having you around, and maybe I'll see you at the Spice Brothers too.
Yeah, no, I'll still be here. I just need a moment. And she quietly exits the conference room and goes to a restroom or where she can be private for a moment.
Oh boy. Real quick. Anyone got any idea of like, is what we're experiencing here like kind of end of days for the Citadel, or is it kind of more uncertain than that?
It's much more uncertain that the Keening Gloam has drawn closer and even damaged the Citadel in the past, but it has always been driven back. And oftentimes it is in times of turmoil specifically that it comes closer as if fueled by ill will.
And how did you drive it back before?
We were able to activate the Oral Diamond.
So is there like a button that we can just go on? I'm guessing it's not that simple.
No.
Do we need to like go get a magic thing? Or
At this
or
time,
do we just not know?
this time I could not suggest any magic thing that would assist us beyond the Emerald Dawn Incarnate.
Oh boy.
Since that seems outside of the grasping arm, we'll have to wait.
I mean, we can look.
Where would you begin?
Where these guys came from, or I mean, I don't know. How traversable is the storm? Can we like just go out there, or would that tear us like limb from limb?
In the Concord Jewel, you will be protected, but it is not made to travel through the Keening Gloam.
Because based on Runzu's dream / vision, maybe we could find it in the Keening. Maybe I'm taking this too literally. I'm not exactly a prophecy aficionado.
Then let me try and fill in with what I know.
Thank you.
If this, and she like points, she had also like made sketches of what Runzu was doing with the ice. If this, and she points at the shattered object, is what we believe to be the Oral Diamond, then these, and she points at the large chunk, must have all been shards. You can see that I can imagine they're all different shapes and most likely colors. These could have been or become the Concord Jewel.
So this one that's stuck in a chunk of something is the emerald one, maybe? So we gotta find that chunk?
I can only imagine that chunk is the ship that brought you here. What I'm worried about is that it was not active. You said it was long dormant. She turns to Proximo.
Yes.
No. What happened to the souls of those who... What did they say of your afterlife? No. Tezrael.
Is that me?
Yeah.
It's you and Runza, the folk from the original place.
Right.
Usually be
Yeah, we had a similar thing going on.
We will put a hand flat on the table and then like bang it once as if she's making a decision. For now, all we can do is continue to gather information. I will do what I can to see about getting together some information gatherers from the House of Whispers.
Put out my hand.
Would you all be willing to make a delivery? Drop off some of our agents in Desrel and perhaps show your newer compatriots what type of world you come from.
I heard it's kind of cold there. And like a lot of green.
Very great.
I'm looking forward to it. I think I got a couple of guys in mind that I remember from in the court.
Yeah,
Can I-
Shawnee,
can I-
Donnie, and Lonnie.
Yeah.
Morty, and Gordy.
Do we have
Daker, Blaker, and Shaker.
a specific kind of information that we're looking for? Because we've got a couple of experts back there. I'm
For
more of a
now-
generalist myself.
For now, people to travel, we will need to spread out across all the continents and search through the deep lore. I'll have to get several scholars in on this as well.
So, some couple of guys good at diplomacy and working with librarians, and then maybe a couple of guys good at digging up ruins and stuff. A bit of everything.
I will build a team and
All right.
yes, I'll alert you.
Sorry.
No,
That
of
might be-
your information, your expertise is of course appreciated. If you have any recommendations, please leave them with Destrian. He'll make sure they reach me.
Yeah. I think.
How about this? You can see she had like a folder with her this whole time, in her offhand. This is the next assignment that the council is going to offer to you. However, it is not immediately time sensitive, and there is a festival coming up about a week from now that we could delay until. I propose this. Take a week of downtime. I want you all to enjoy the Citadel as much as possible. Make yourselves available in case we need you for any questions about our ongoing investigations concerning the diamond. But until a week from today, you are officially on leave.
All right. Yeah. I'll get you a list of people I think might be able to help, man. Immediately coming to mind is a couple of folk I know. I think one of them is actually from Denda. What's the name of the place
It's
again?
not possible. Remember, you guys are the only people that have come
Oh, that's
to this
right.
realm.
Yeah. No. They're from a similar place. And they've got some experience with. Basically, their previous job was selling rare gems that they probably shouldn't have had their hands on, so they'd probably be a good fit. I'll get you a list.
She'll nod, she'll say, I do have other business to attend to. Please do enjoy your payment and your additional protection. She looks at Raz, and there's
Raz will come back in, but when she was probably saying that they're getting leave.
yeah. And she'll say, please, as I said, make yourselves available. I'm going to
Thank
go
you.
and update the council.
Thank you, Lady Chalet.
She gives a
And,
heavy sigh, heaves herself up, and the table like gives way more of a creak than it needs to for a little old lady. And
Ma'am, might I suggest something?
of course,
Um, I know this big stuff gets real stressful. Don't. I don't want to tell you what to do, but maybe just take a moment here and there, have some herbal tea or something. It can really get to you, and I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would like it if you were not super stressed.
I agree. I'm sorry I got cross again. You know me, I'm an idiot. And
It's
offer
fine,
stands
really.
if you need me to entertain you, I'm happy to dance for you. You know, I'm always happy to dance.
Alrighty. Well, I suppose we best not keep you too much longer, Matt. But good luck with everything, and I'll get that list for you, and you let us know if we can do anything to lighten the load.
she'll nod a thanks, and she makes a motion. The doors swing open, and you hear the harsh clack of her cane receding down the hallway. Destrian will push himself to his feet and say, well, that was morning, certainly. I guess you guys have today to plan out what you're gonna do with the next week. I'm
Yeah.
of course available to you for whatever you guys need, but can I take you anywhere right now?
I was just gonna pop to the court and sort out a couple of things. I don't necessarily need any company though.
I feel some places to visit.
Did you still need to get the replacement robes? I saw that. I wasn't peeking in, but I saw that you had gotten some gifts from Earth. Earth left you, and Proximo some stuff.
Yes.
Are they the right color, by the way? I couldn't remember what one you normally wear.
I do like this.
Okay.
Colors. Scintillate.
Okay, so did you still want to go get some things made up by dealers?
Bring me right.
Yeah, I can show you the shops I was talking about.
Hey.
No, but I'd be happy to talk to you while we walk.
Also sorry, I didn't quite get I wasn't sure. Are you sticking with us, Ross, or are you hitting?
Yeah, no. I was very emotional. I get that. It's always been a problem. It's probably
Okay.
it's part of the reason why I work like this now. I'm a criminal, and this is kind of an opportunity to work off my sentence.
Hey, I mean, you're in good company.
I wasn't expecting to have to deal with life and death situations like what we did, and that's why I was upset. But not because of you. You guys you're all there. You're all wonderful people. I was just very upset with Lady Cholet because she's wonderful, but she had misled me. I thought I was doing something to protect and help, and at worst maybe deal with somebody being an asshole, not somebody trying to rip my heart open.
Oh, right. So more like bouncer duty than mercenary duty.
Yeah. Maybe someone really asshole. Because they're different, very different.
Sometimes it can be hard to like talk to the boss.
It got really.
She's got a hell of a presence, Miss Soleil.
Yeah. There's reasons for that. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, anyways, I'm sorry for tying you up. I'm okay for now.
Problem. I'm just gonna pop to the court, as I said. Anything you guys need me to look up?
I don't have anything for you, but thank you for offering.
Oh, good. You know, pop into the shop, so to speak, if you need anything. Except the shops is a, corporation of spies.
I think I'd definitely tell you if I need spies.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be like an hour, maybe.
Right. Proxima, what are you?
I mean, I can't imagine Proximo has anything he really wants to do besides, like, probably take care of the plants on his body, like, maybe explore the Citadel.
Well, not for the week. I'm gonna give you guys at the end of today's session. You'll have until next session to tell me what downtime activities and stuff you want to do. But like right now, are you?
Yeah, I mean, he would take advantage of this time that isn't dedicated to any one thing and go exploring.
Okay.
All right. So then, do you want Destrian to come with you?
I mean, Proximo would be very laissez-faire, but I, as the PC, would be down with that. Like, I don't think Proximo would care either way, honestly, but I would be down for that.
Proximo.
But that would kind of require Destrian to push this the topic.
I picture Proximo coming back with like every single kind of coffee flavor from every single type of barista they could find.
I am a coffee drinker.
Honestly, I mean, Earth would go to the court. Roz would be with Runzu, and she would be offering to be his guide to the tailors that she was talking about. I'd say if Destrian was offering to help, she would actually look at him and say, like, no, thank you.
I believe I just heard the first firework.
Yeah, I heard it too. Here it cometh. All right.
Training montage.
Yeah, we have like a couple. The party all splits into different directions. As you all just kind of walk off, Destrian will see that Roz went with Brunsu and Earth and Proximo are both heading off on their own, and he'll kind of tag after Proximo, since he's easier to spot than Earth. So you do have him catch up with you a little bit. So we have this wonderful montage of it's first everybody walking through the city, and like Roz and Runzo are like walking past these beautiful boutique shops with all of these beautiful clothing in the windows, and they're oohing and eyeing at things as they're walking by. And then we see Proximo with like a slightly harried looking Destrian like wandering down like weird back alleys and inspecting strange plants and fungi that are growing in weird places in the city. You go through all the different parks, and we're seeing you in like these strange, ethereal, almost alien park settings, with colors that seem to both match and mismatch all of the plants all over you. And Earth walking his way through almost like the very upscale area heading towards the Court of Whispers. Many people in with very serious expressions carrying briefcases and bags containing documents, but also many with weapons at their belt and or in their bags as you see them traveling throughout, and several discussions of him or several scenes of him discussing with people in the Court of Whispers. Are there any specific scenes that anybody would like to do?
Yeah, I'm down for
Oh, Mr. Ross,
Yes.
would you be getting close for yourself as well? As much as things frazzled you, probably change your outlook sensible.
Oh, yeah. I'm still wearing my armor, aren't I? She's still wearing her Clavenger armor, and underneath are commoner's clothes that are looking very rough. They're clean because she used prestidigitation, but they're very frazzled and tattered. And she can actually see her skin through a lot of it. And she's like, "Oh my, I'm almost indecent. I apologize. Yeah, I guess I do need some new clothes. Maybe a new bag or two because that fucking Perriton took away my backpack, or I lost it in the wasteland, along with a lot of blood. Oof, so much blood.
Glad that you did not pass on.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys kept us alive." And she like grasps his forearms, like, "Really, thank you for bringing me back from the brink so many times. It was terrifying and painful, but I'm glad I'm still around." And she smiles at him very, very fondly. But first let's go look at the tailors that will suit you better. The place I'm thinking of is going to be a bit more boutique-ish. And she leads him first to it's actually more of like it's kind of like a utility shop that's got a lot more like materials for like upholstery and like for homes and stuff, for making the curtains and such. Like, these might have fabric that works better for what you need, because you don't really care. I'd say you won't really feel it as much on your on your surface of your facets, and they might actually be more resilient for dealing with the sharper edges of you. So they might have something for you. It's like it's more curtains and such, but they can be a bit more flexible with the design for sure. But yeah, it's Mr. Unger's interior design, and it's also kind of a mixture of home repair, mostly furniture and upholstery though.
I like your suggestions.
But yet they also have there's also I have an outdoors clothing and camping supply place. They have some more hardier travel gear, and then of course like business clothing and workers clothing that might work for you, since this tends to be clothes that need to be for rough elements and toughness.
Constant improvement.
Exactly. It's going to be subject to a lot of rough surface in constant motion.
apologize. Duties were moved forward.
It's not that they were daunting. It was just unexpected violence. You know, I mean, I've dealt with violence, but I mean, not to another level. I mean, I ran with some very violent, hobgoblins and goblinoids, and I was good at convincing them to stop being so violent. So mostly it was just hunting wild animals. But we did have to deal with, rival crews, and they tried to get murders with us. We had to murder them back. It's just how it is. But for the most part, these two athletes are probably the most killing I've had to ever do against anything that was living. So yeah, so it just makes you pause. I don't like it. I don't like killing things. I'm good at it because it's just nature of what I've learned. But yeah, so I'd rather avoid doing it if possible. Not the best talker, but at least I have a little bit of compassion,
Stand for. It's been curious about that. Studied from actually 2 days. It's supposed to be. It's a strange creature. Just a random citizen.
Thanks.
Something I guess I kind of expected, because I didn't find any exactly myself. I'm unaware of any of the socials. Even was old enough to go and speak with Amethyst Incarnate herself. A curious nature. See, they had met me. Guess I'm not the only one. Different, rare.
So you're exceptional.
Yes.
She smiles and reaches up and touches his terrarium chest. It's like, I agree. You're very exceptional.
As are you. Dealing with so much on someone.
I mean, it was, well, it's not just you. It was to help those people that were in trouble. They had loved ones getting killed. Went horribly. Nobody needs that shit. And it was nice to see that boy get back with his mother.
And did to upset me. It's a little upset. An experience to meet kind undead, those who are back from us, but
Yeah, the Olvidado. I forgot her name now. She was working with La Paloma. Sorry, I didn't write down that person's name. But yeah, she was quite curious, very kind. But yeah, it's, unfortunately, she was the only nice hunter that we met. Yeah, subconscious, unintentionally scratches at her neck.
Difficult. Very glad. Creatures of these.
Oh no. The whole almost dying part aside, it's been quite a pleasure to have been introduced and gotten to meet you. I'd like to say that I'm lucky. I'm lucky to both know you, Proxima, and Earth. I'd like to think that we become friends.
Very much.
But yeah, shall we go into the first story? I enjoy talking to you. I just don't want to die every time if you be getting sized up or close. She blushes.
But we have a week.
True.
See all your.
I'm sorry?
To see all your spots around.
Oh. Excuse me. A little bit of coffee's there. Let's see.
Runtu and Roz get coffee.
Well, we passed by one of my favorite spots. It was closer to the Passage of Respite. I liked to. Actually, there's two spots. Both of the little forest parks that oversee the Passage of Respite. I'd like to go climb up some of the trees and watch the Concord gems occasionally arrive, and watch passengers disembark at the docks. When I was, occasionally not doing illicit smuggling activities. That's what I was doing when I was first here. To pay off the debt because of all the smugglers that helped get me here in the first place. Yeah. But beyond that, I mostly kept a low profile and was occasionally involved in a few fights over in contraband, some illicit materials that were looked down upon by some of the authority figures here. Mostly just like some hallucinogenics that made people act out and disturb the other people. Yeah.
Even though by some that wouldn't a good way to stay good soul.
Well, there's a long story for why I got myself smuggled in here. See, I'm cursed. The grumpy attitude that I bust my ass to keep temps down, between either meditating or trying to keep a positive spin and force the screw into my face. It's a hag curse. Back on our home plane. Second, I got the name plane down. Back in Akarin Sangar, my family was pretty well to do, but and I was getting raised up to be a head honcho for one of the inns that they maintained. But I was a precocious kid, and I made friends with a little fey creature. Didn't realize it was fey, and it heard me praying at the shrine I was helping maintain, because I was also a shrine maid at the training. It thought that I was asking, I was asking for help with a rival inn that had opened up recently at the place I was training to become the supervisor and eventual head of. And the fake creature went and found the desert hag and implored the desert hag to help me and my family. And it did. And I got cursed unintentionally. Or at least it didn't realize that the curse was helping my family, but it was a curse for me. And that's how I lost a lot of things that benefited me to help the family. The family's doing great too. The rival inn ended up closing up shop after a few years, but it kind of screws me. I lost patience easily and got into fights and ended up getting kicked out or drummed out of the family to the point where it was like kind of being like ostracized or shunned. And I said, fuck it, and just pieced out on my own. Ran with a crew of goblinoids in the desert for a little while. And then that's when I learned that the Fae being that I had made friends with unintentionally had made that deal with, or had requested the hag help me, unintentionally realizing. Then they didn't know that they had gotten me cursed. I found out I got cursed by a hag, so I was trying to find out about how to break the curse. That's why I got myself over here, and then I ended up getting myself in trouble with Ladies Relay, who helps represent Akarin Sengar, and because I brought shame to our plane, I got but I was not irredeemable. She took responsibility for me and gave me this opportunity. And since I thought it did not involve exceptionally dangerous situations, I was like, okay, this sounds like it's up my alley. I was originally pretty good at talking to people, and so I jumped at it, and it was okay at first, and then we saw what happened. But, yeah. Sorry, that's a long story.
Oh, fascinating.
So yeah, I'm not as I'm not as polite as I'd like to be. But I try to be. So I apologize if I'm unintentionally gruff or rude. That's why I don't drink. If I get drunk, it's bad. It's real bad. And I get drunk easily, despite me being a halfling that's got experience. I get drunk easily, and it gets ugly for everybody, even good friends and family. It gets ugly. So that's why I don't drink. Yeah, there was a few times when I was helping some folks, I wanted to punch them in the face so bad. You, oh man, when we were dealing with the guy that the murderers wanted to kill and torture, when we were dealing with that, I wanted to punch that guy, even though Earth was, I was trying to keep Earth from killing him. I wanted to punch him so hard, so many times during that entire process. I was focusing so hard on just not turning around and decking him.
Nation was there for myself as
But yeah.
a child.
Well, I mean, we gave him the ring that Perry held to. That should help him. But I do have a question for you. I guess when you're lying in that crystal puddle, are you like naked? Is that like naked for you?
I suppose it would be the truest for myself.
Oh. Okay.
I was dark to light.
She blushes really hard, and it's really funny to think about it, because the first time we talked about that, it didn't really hit me, but now I'm just really, really embarrassed now that I've seen you that way. I mean, I guess it's fair, I showed you this. I saw everything, and now I feel real embarrassed. And she just she grins and pushes on her face to hide it a little bit. But yes. Yeah, okay. Oh no! I just, but yeah, I mean, I just had those two spots. I didn't really get to do too much in the city besides, be a bodyguard sometimes and smuggle shit and watch people ride in. And then I was helping you. But yeah, I saw. I knew about the tailors because I got some clothes for various things a few times before everything turned to shit. And I knew about some of the other things from smuggling activities. They were on the they were legit though. They didn't realize they were helping smugglers out. They just were taking orders first or whatever. But yeah, they were just taking orders for whatever legit job they thought they were doing. But yeah, I actually, I mean, I've been here for a while, but I didn't really see that much of the city.
Well then, let's go see more.
Sure.
First, let's get some newer clothes.
Hell yeah. I love that. It's such a beautiful scene. Please both of you take character inspiration. I know we haven't had a ton of rolls today, so you guys have had your once per sessions, but do mark that down. Love that. Good roleplay is to be rewarded. It seems like this is a natural stopping point. Eventually, you all will conclude what wishes you have to do with the day. You have money that you can spend in the upcoming week, and I'm curious to know, you guys have a work week until you need to make a trip back to Desrel, and then take another mission from Lady Cholet and the rest of the council of speakers.
I'll probably just spend my time diligently, preparing.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out. You guys have a week. I'm especially if you guys have downtime activities, I'm very down to talk about that, especially stuff like here in the Radiant Citadel, many things like making a potion or trying to craft an item could be accomplished quicker. So I'm very
Making a
interested to
potion, you
hear-
say?
Yeah, they've got some
Uh,
very advanced alchemical techniques here.
Perhaps.
Yeah, Roz would definitely make some potions. Also, Roz would do the.
I'm just being facetious about my alphabet. Yeah.
What were you gonna say,
Roz would also do the spiritual, the remembrance thing too, since she has the boon.
Yes, we also have those seeds. If you and or Proxima want to do those seeds now, I would love to do them
Sure.
as part of this session, but you can save it as well.
No, I'm happy to do it if we want to do it now.
Yeah, I would love to do those two as an end stone to like finish out the session. That would be perfect.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Then which one of you would like to go first?
I have a Proxima, unless you want me to finish go first.
Yeah, I can go. I know who Proxima would contact.
Okay. So at what point in the day or night do you feel this urge, Proximo? With you
Probably-
definitely recognize it as the ability to cast a spell as being a druid.
Probably like nighttime back in his room when it was empty to reflect. He would sit down and think about his the man that found him and nursed him back to health, or I guess
Functionality.
functionality. Yeah.
Okay. And you know that this person is dead, right? That is not
Yes.
up in the air. Yeah. Okay.
Well, actually, no. Proximo does not know if he's dead. He just assumes that he's dead at this point.
Because it's been.
It's been, I mean, by now, because Proximo had basically just dipped at the beginning of this campaign, so.
Oh, I thought it had been several years since you had last seen him. Because this is a context of dead, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Proximo would be, regardless, Proximo would be contacting him assuming he's dead, like, regardless of when he left. Because he was sick. So, this is Proximo kind of trying to figure out if he's dead.
What do you do? Do you prepare yourself in any way for this?
I am.
Go somewhere by yourself? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd said he's in his room alone, probably meditating.
Right.
Yeah.
You close the door and stop Proxima or Runsu from coming in. If he returns, you lock the door and stuff. Okay. You get the two ferns from downstairs and you sit between them. Okay. You reach out, and what is the name of this person?
His name is Shane Andre. I'm sorry, this wasn't a great name generator. Fuck you. The DM isn't supposed to cringe at the names you give. He would cringe at another player.
Hey, I mean, there's no rules against it, but
I thought it was deliberate. That's why I made that face. My apologies. Yeah, you find yourself sitting in you're sitting in the room and you reach out and try and touch a spirit.
100% sure his first name's not here.
You don't feel anything, you don't see anything, but then you hear this gentle bubbling, and it takes a moment, but you can remember this sound. And as you close your eyes to better focus on it, you hear it grow louder and more sounds underneath and then overlapping it. Clinking of glass, metallic utensils being picked up and put down, water being sloshed and the ever-present fire crackling and water bubbling. And then you open your eyes, and you are in the open air garden slash laboratory of Shane the Alchemist. You see him there. He looks much the same as last time you saw him. He doesn't look much younger, but you do see that he has a much more healthy pallor to his skin. He's leaning over and tending what appears to be some kind of vine that is wound around one of the supports to the almost half roof that covers part of this area where he's doing his experiments. And he looks up and he says, "It's been a long time, my son."
Proximo will like kind of look him up and down, and a kind of shame washes over him, and he apologetically looks down, and he says, I'm sorry.
You do not owe me an apology.
I shouldn't have left the way that I did.
No, you shouldn't have. But I taught you that everything has a season. It's not my fault that you learned that lesson. It's not your fault that you learned that lesson.
Was it painful?
Not in the end, but well, there were some bad days.
Days. Proxima will kind of twitch in place, like he'd very nervously shuffling.
He looks up and you see that like the trees that form a partial, almost natural roof over the garden half of the laboratory garden. You can see that the leaves are beginning to fall from the boughs of the tree and fall from the branches, but as they spiral down, rather than land on the ground, they seem to disappear, fading until they're translucent and are gone.
Proxima looks up and he asks, what is this place?
A midway point. It is not long to last. Be careful that you do not waste your time with questions.
I mean, Proxima would probably take this time then to, like, I don't know, create that last moment that he didn't have in oh, Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, East Coasters.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Oh, yay, it's the new year.
Happy New Year, future land man. I will be Happy New Year in 1 hour.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Proxima would take this this opportunity to just have like a nice, however long he has with him. He would look over his shoulder at like what he was doing in the pot.
Okay.
You purposely go out of your way to try and not ask any more questions or require him to make statements that answer you for
Yeah.
as long as you can. So you spend maybe 20 minutes with him, helping him with his experiment. And as the world shrinks and shrinks, smaller and smaller. You see part of the experiment disappear into this white mist that's encroaching closer and closer. And he looks up at you, and you can see that he's starting to dissolve now to his feet already gone, his legs going. He looks at you in the eyes, and he says, "There's a question you never asked me."
Proximo like will just kind of look confused and like tilt his head.
You never asked me why I activated you.
Why?
Because I was lonely. You, well, I solved many problems. And you see he's almost just a head at this point. You see the back of his head going until it's just a face and a kind, sad smile. I never solved that one, but you did. Thank you, Proximo. And then the whiteness is all that there is. And then your eyes open. You are in the room.
Proximo will just kind of sit in the afterglow of that. Oh, my headphones just fucking died. Everything's dying!
You speak with Dave with your headphones?
What did you say?
I said, do you need to do speak with dude with your headphones now?
I don't think that would work. But Proximo would just sit in the afterglow of that and, bask in it. I mean, he'd probably be communing with some kind of natural item, either in his room or on his person, and just kind of savor that.
Sure. Love that for you. Alright. What about you, Roz?
Okay, well, Roz, understands the ritual, and she has an item of her family. So she's in her room again. Probably the night before, when everyone was asleep too, before she went to bed. She probably took her what's it called? The Latifah family, the Latifah dynasty family spice pouch that she had, the Heward family, basically the Heward's family hand spice pouch, which is reskinned with her family's family design. She takes that out and she sets it on the table by the bedstand by her bed, and she makes it like a little mini shrine. She opens it up, and inside there's actually a jade carving. It's kind of attached to the inside of the lid, and it's got just like a nature symbol. So it's halfling, and it just says home, and it's got like a tree motif behind it with the halfling symbol for home. And she just touches it, and she thinks back, and she's actually got her knees. She's sitting on her knees and her feet, like assume like almost like she's about to like bow down in prayer to it, and then she thinks back to her grandmother who's been passed for several years.
Okay.
So a halfling who has big curly hair like she does, also tied back in double ponytails, kind of material, her ghostly form kind of apparates and stands beside her, fades down into no feet beside her, kind of away from that jade symbol. And she opens her eyes and looks to the ghost of her past relative.
Well, bless me.
Grandma Odisira.
Did she have a cute nickname for you?
Uh,
Rosy Bear.
Mostly just it was Scruffy.
Oh, Scruffy.
Hey, Grandma Odi. Good to
Where
see you.
this character, this is the character I know the least about of these. So
Mhm.
where are you for this? Is this a spirit that
so
visits you in this room, or is it?
yeah, it's the bit. So Roz was trained up by her family. She was groomed to be both a high level matron for like a Japanese ryokan inn, like style inn for this desert family that had inns all over the place because people traveled, with the caravans across these inhospitable deserts. And she was also the family worshipped had like a Shintoesque religion, and they worshipped nature and spirits for basically spirit energy for natural things, either the desert, the oasis that was near her particular inn, um, which is what she helped. She was also raised to be a shrine maiden for the shrine they maintained, and so she's aware of how the ofrenda works, and she used that to make her little mini shrine with this family heirloom, which actually has a keepsake of her grandmother inside of it. And so that's what she used to call her grandmother for. And she's also a cleric, and that's what because she's multi-classed into cleric. So she already realized, that this is actually the summoned spirit of her grandmother. So she understands the nature of this spell, of this spell-like ability that's been granted to her by the remembrance ritual. And she's like, "It's good to see you. Um, to get to talk because of a very kind and generous culture I met on another plane." Um,
Smiles warmly and like pets your hair.
it's,
Like the little
I would
tug
be
tucks one of the curls back.
I would be crying, but I've cried a lot the past few hours, and
You are always
I'm
a
kind of
strong
cried
child.
out. But I almost joined you. Like the past few days have really been rough. Um, but I'm getting closer to fixing myself. As I'm sure you know, I'm cursed. It's it's a subtle curse. It's not like life ending, but it's caused me a lot of grief. You know, if I can finish this task that Lady Soleil has given me, I can get back on my path to, getting a way to fuck this hag up or get her something of equal value to end my curse. And then I can maybe get back to the family and they can welcome me back. I don't know. But I guess my questions to you, um, I mean, are they okay? How are they doing well? I know I left them in a bad way. I left in a bad situation, but I mean they're not. They're doing. They're prospering, right?
They persist. They persist. It has been a struggle, but you come from strength. That is why you are strong.
Good to know. The the ancient cat spirit fae thing that I was friends with that kind of unintentionally fucked me over. Is he okay? I know I beat his ass pretty good, but I didn't kill him. And I did want to kill him, but I hurt him bad before I left. Is he still around?
He has not come to this side.
I
More
guess
than
he
that, I
stayed.
do not know.
He stayed on the Fae, I guess. Don't blame him. I was very angry. I feel bad about that. Maybe it was partly because I was still really in the grips of that curse. His last question, kind of crazy. Is it wrong for a halfling to fall in love with a rock person? I don't get that. I mean, I know that I follow with people. It's weird because I follow with the Beck Bear. You know that. Remember that fuzzy guy I was with? He was okay, but he was kind of a jackass sometimes. But I think I'm in love with this rock guy. This is fucking crazy, right?
The heart wants what the heart wants, I suppose. Smiles. Your path has always been a strange one.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
She cups your face and gives you a kiss on the cheek, and you feel one last fleeting bit of warmth, and the hand holding your chin is the last thing you feel. She dissolves into wisps.
Roz closes her spice box and pats it gently on the top, and then climbs into bed, pulls the covers over her head, and just flips over and just screams into her pillow, going, "God damn it!" And then she goes to sleep.
All right. Well, I'll be the first to say thank you all. All of those scenes were beautiful. I'm very appreciative of you all going along with me for that and sharing that very interesting backstory stuff with everybody. It was very, very fun to have that insight. Thank you all for coming, and hopefully we'll do this again next week.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck the heck yes.
Speaking of next week, y'all, because I know V, you're not doing a game anymore, right? So that leaves space for Elendril's to happen every week. Is everyone down for that?
What day?
Same as usual.
Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, I spoke to Nate and Josh about it, but I revamped the system so that it's way more approachable. So yeah, y'all can you can just re-download the stuff if you want. I don't know. I think I only briefly mentioned Josh about it. I didn't get a reply yet. I made I made DM screen inserts, but that's useful for you guys too because it's basically flashcards of how the system works. So hopefully that is helpful. So I would appreciate if y'all were to have a look and let me know what you think. Nice. And if any of y'all need a bit of a hand at navigating the slightly different system, then let me know. But for the most part, it's just cut stuff down. Like, I got rid of refining. Pretty much any individual thing just all happens at once. I made it so that it's not so ridiculously punishing to have multiple different, like if you want something over an area as well as over time, it's not as punishing as it used to be.
Okay, are we still gonna go for a bi-weekly meetup for that game, or is you gonna switch to weekly?
Weekly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan. If that works for you guys.
Wait, the fireworks that are happening outside, huh? Can you see them?
But yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to have a look at that, but just let me know, and I would be happy to guide you.
Of course.
I mean, if you wanna, I guess DM it to me or link it to me.
Um,
I'll-
it's,
I'll-
the same, it's the same stuff.
Oh, it's in DM's Guild. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I
just update. You just updated.
Yeah, I
it.
just
So-
updated the files.
So just download it again. Okay. Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. I'll give it a perusal and I'll let you have questions if I'm
Sure.
confused. Because I mean, I was only using some of the basic. I was being a basic bitch about it. So
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm unreasonably excited about it.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
yeah, you made something really cool. Be proud.
And I want to share it. Yeah.
I think I am gonna go. It is late, and I was up much too late last night with one of you here. I'm gonna go and hit the hay. Thank you all
Have a
once again
good
for
night.
coming.
Good
Okay.
job, GM. Good job, everybody.
Yes.
Fucking
Very
awesome.
good. Very good.
I'm
Much
glad we finally got to
enjoyed.
play. I was sitting in the DM chat since like 3 p.m. your time. I wasn't doing. I was BSing, watching anime, and messing around in my games anyway. So it was just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna chill in here. If anybody hops up, I'll be like, hey, how's it going? You know.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, I want to play. I can wait to play. I'm so happy. I was over enthusiastic.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Happy New Year.
See you next week or tomorrow.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year to everyone in chat.
Oh, Josh, I don't know if you had a look. If you want to have a look at the stuff now, or
Give me a minute. I will want to throw pizza.
Okay.
I'm hungry because I did wake up and slam onto this.
Yes,
Definitely
do that. Cool. I'll just hang around then.
Yeah, I'll chill out if that's cool.
Yeah. Did you want me to sort of just walk you through the stuff that's changed, or?
Sure. If you want to share your screen and all that.
Yeah, I can do that. Real quick, I'm just making a thing for the game. Here we go. I'm making a creature called a librarian. So do with that what you will. Alright. Let me close that. And I will open the document. Alright. Share my screen. This.
Yes, for those curious, I've been playing Rune Zoo, a shard mine druid who wild shapes into crystal animals, which have pretty fun. I've enjoyed it. I've got the bismuth black bear, a great look. The rune elk, I have redone with a nice crystalline shape. The crystal spider, which I've used in form as well. Little tiny. the Warhorse I haven't switched out, but I have done the Crystalline Wolf. And I've had a lot of fun with it. I absolutely love it the way I've flavored it for my Shard Mine, because Shard Mines are supposed to be crystalline people born of raw magic or magical bleed over from someone exuding, or possibly a wizard even dying near a large amount of residium or crystal deposit, and then them kind of waking up as they are there to keep balance of magical portals and other such things. It's honestly been a lot of fun, especially with Star Druid, because having the starry forms, being able to emanate celestial bodies from my crystalline forms and then also show them off, I've had a lot of fun with that. And then even flavoring kind of like how my druidic focus, as well as what is basically like my heart, if it were to break, internally on my chest, a terrarium with gem and crystal flowers that have either grown or from other gems that I've collected from friends who gave it to me on our ventures that blossomed, like obsidian flowers, amethyst flowers, moonstone and topaz and citrine, things that over time. And honestly, it's probably been one of my favorite druidic forms. Star Druid definitely is really strong, but I also just love the amount of flavor I've been able entirely just with Ruzu alone on the crystalline druid. But yes, finally started. I hope all Happy New Year's to everyone, especially Happy New Year's on excellent games, and looking forward to many more D&D nights and being able to stream much more content to all you beautiful people of the internet. I hope you all have an absolutely beautiful and excellent brand new year. And to everyone who's celebrating and all those who are just waking up, I say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, night. And to those who are tuning out and finally going to sleep, sweet dreams. May the new year be prosperous, everything be joyous and happy, and a much brighter future for everyone moving forward. And everything in life that you're to achieve, I hope you achieve it. Stay beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. And good